ngị binye eze nwaanyị ala Igbo niile asị ngị binye eze nwaanyị ọgba asị ngị binye eze nwaanyị Anike Wawa asị ngị binye oke arụsị na Nike ojuru nwaanyị agani asị ngị binye n'oge akara ka eluo ikirike ọgụ mmụọ asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efụla asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijiri eji efụla nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwere mmụọ dike gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji amụ nwa dike ọya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike bụ maazị Nnamdị Kanụ yanwa bụ maazị Nnamdị Kanụ yanwa bụ maazị Nnamdị Kanụ otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya asị m unu binye n'isi ya ihe ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike napụta ya na eke napụta ya n'orie napụta ya n'afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m na ahịa kara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ na ahịa kara aka agaghị eri maazị Nnamdị Kanụ asị m unu ga-anapụta Nnamdị Kanụ na eke napụta ya n'orie napụta ya n'afọ napụta ya na nkwọ asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya tụgharịa kwuo mma ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lacha Chukwu okike abịa ama onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdị Kanụ ndụ eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-eketara ya ndụ oke ga-eketara ya Biafra oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro okegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra ndị ilo ya ga-anọ n'ụla ọ kwara ekwe osu asị m gịnị bụ ekwensu asị m na mbọsọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị iro ga-anọ n'ụra ọha nwa bụ ekwensu asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra na Nnamdị Kanụ ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdị Kanụ ga-apụta n'ike na ebube asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma asị m ọbịara igbu Nnamdị Kanụ gbuo onwe ya onye sị na Nnamdị Kanụ agaghị adị ndụ onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri onye sị na Nnamdị Kanụ agaghị apụta onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri ọnụ niile kọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele onye asị na Nnamdị Kanụ agaghị apụta asị m na ọnụ ahụ iji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ maazị Nnamdị Kanụ aka asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ osisi ahụ fụrụ Nnamdị Kanụ wee tọọ nkwe asị m ikuku futuo gị anya ọbụla fụrụ Nnamdị Kanụ kwawa akwa alịla asị m alịla akọ ya n'anya onye fụrụ Nnamdị Kanụ cheta ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị Chukwu okike abịa ama asị m na mberede yiri dike mberede ka ọ ji ama nwa dike asị m na okirikiri ka ọ na-agba ukwu ose ọ dadị ukwu ose enu na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdị Kanụ mana ha ama mkpata ya aka ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu na ọkwanụ nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama afụ ya anya asị m na eje anaba isi ije asị na Nnamdị Kanụ ga-eje na ọ ga-ana asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne inye agaghị eri Nnamdị Kanụ maka na ọ bụ nwa iyi asị na Nnamdị Kanụ ga-adị ka echi na echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri ọ bụrụ ije nkụ asị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmeri asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdị Kanụ asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdị Kanụ ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdị Kanụ ga tụnye ugo ga nye ya mmeri ga nye ya mmeri ga nye ya mmeri tụnye ugo n'elu ugo nye ike n'elu ike nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu na efufe unu nye Nnamdị Kanụ ndụ onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo na ofufe a sị na ahịa kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdị Kanụ bụ ka ha nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo ka ha nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra ka ha nwee ike wee kwuchie anyị ọnụ ka ha nwee ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri ndị nwe ikuku ndị nwe anyanwụ mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ mmụọ niile ọ kwafụrụ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihe Biafra asị m unu binyenu asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ ọkwa na unu ga-aga buori ahịa ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo asị m dodo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo sị
I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies, onto this hallowed platform. Because here we don't make no enemies. We are friends of everybody and enemies of none. What we preach here is the gospel of emancipation, as started by Mazi who is our leader, and albeit court order of being discharged and acquitted, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the Nigeria DSS secret dungeon, undergoing torture. Because Nigeria is no respecter of law, no rule of law in Nigeria. Nigeria is just like a marketplace, a no man's land, an artificial creation by Britain. And we are seeing how the creator of Nigeria wants it to be. This question our leader has been asking right from time. How do you think that you can be equal humans when a foreigner will come into your land, your space, and just point you from today, I create you as a country and give you are Nigerian. All of you are Nigerians, okay? And you are happy defending an artificial creation. How do you see yourself as equal human being to others? How? This is a $1 million question that you should answer. Because when you see the problems that are going on in Nigeria, it is artificially created. It is meant to be like that. It is meant to be like that. Do you understand me? How do you think that a foreigner, Europeans that enslaved us, killed us, bought us with, money as slaves. Now they want something good for you. They will create a good country for you. Can you just think about it? I want you to have, just think. Let us sometimes, that is why I want to be cool today, for you to reason. How can just foreigners that we are looking at us as objects, they vandalize our spaces, recreated the borders, did everything against us, committed atrocities against us. They raped, they butchered for fun. Now they create a country and they were forced to leave because of some certain situations. But they returned the country they created and the system they put in place. And they are still having first class influence. And you believe that they want something good for you. Just think about it. All these European election monitoring teams, we want Nigeria, Katrina Liang is, running up and down. Making sure Nigerian territorial integrity is non-negotiable. There is strength in diversity. All these jargons. Ask yourself, So she loves you more than yourself. Europeans, they love you more than yourself. Let me tell you, nobody can fix. I put it in my timeline, Raphael. Nobody can help us stop our foolishness as a black people. No foreigner is interested in stopping your foolishness. When Mugu fall, Kaiman whack. That is the rule of the world. They will never stop your stupidity. Instead, they increase it through one way or the other. Do you see how they are gallivanting everywhere in Africa? Even France. Because they felt threatened by another world power in Africa. Do you see that? How do you think a foreigner will love you more than yourself? It is only us that can emancipate ourselves from both mental and physical slavery we are in. Let me ask you, let us be candid. We are in the diaspora. Wherever you are, as a Biafran, just be candid to yourself. If you have the opportunity, you are in California. If you have the opportunity, the ability, the capability, the capacity of Buru, California, Nishi Lawa Newi, do you think you cannot do it? Yeah, I'm not. You can just a frank question. You should answer. Aaron, you wanted the capability to carry, part of Italy. As only be Italy, only Biafra be in Italy. You have the capability to carry half of Italy and run to your land. Won't you do it? Why you are there as a law-abiding citizen is because you cannot, do otherwise. So you have to. Do you understand me? So, the example I give you is that as you are, as a foreigner, wherever you are, if you want to, if for example you have the power, you want to Hebrew, for example, now Germany, a Mercedes company, car manufacturing company, no problem. Do you think that you will not do it? Do you think that you will not do it? You will. But why you don't do it? Because you cannot. Now, let me come back to where I want to land. These Westerners, Europeans that are laughing, come to monitor election. They, stamp the stupidity of Nigerians. You are credible election. Do you think that they means good for you? They mean good for you? Oh, they want you to be to advance. That's why they come down. Katrina Lang loves you. He wants you to be doing good like Britain. Is that so? Do you really think like that? Remember, I always say this, we are in a world of exploitation. Let not that get out from your mind. As long as you can exploit with impunity, as long as you can do it without no repercussion, or you can handle the repercussion, you do it. That is the rule of the world. That is why the Europeans, they entered America and slaughtered almost all the indigenous people with impunity, took over their land. And today it is America. Today it is Brazil. Today is Argentina. Today is Peru. The indigenous people, where are they? They become minority. That is the rule of the world. Do you see why we are fighting to restore our land? so that we cannot be relegated into history. Like you see some American indigenous population, the American Indians, the Cherokees, Tomahawks, all those people. Many of them are no more. Only, just very few. Their lands were taken away direct. If we don't take time, if not for IPOB, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we could be like them. The Fulani would run over our land. But thanks to Chukwuka Abịama, ndị nna nna anyị ha ndị ichie, for standing up through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB in general, in making sure that we stand firmly, stand firm. The Fulani will never take an iota of our land. It's a promise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made to them. It's a promise. It's not a threat. They will never take an iota of our land. It doesn't matter how they come. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of emancipation, where we worship. Because this is our galvanizing point. Our galvanizing point. Remember, on Friday, come Friday, that is on the 10th of March, I will be here with Mazi Chinedu, a member of the DOS. It surprised me. Sometimes I used to receive private inboxes. Mazi, tell the DOS to come and talk to us now. Now you are hearing it. Like Mazi Anayo said the other time, that we are like this mobile phone we are using, this smartphone, that without charging, the battery will go down. He said that I laugh. I say exactly. That he summed it up. He didn't exclude himself. All of us were like that. People you can, without coming to talk to them from time to time, Chineke, everybody will forget. But let us not put it as a trademark on us. Please. We should not be like a battery. If you don't charge it, it will die. Please. We should be iron. Iron sharpeneth iron. Sharpening ourselves. We should not be battery without electricity, nothing. We die down. Please. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trained us not to be like battery, but to be like iron. So that nothing can bring us down. Please, I beg each and every one of us, let us not be like Nigerians. We were 15 minutes people, whereby we need to always obey a boy. We need feeding bottle in order to continue remembering, surviving. Emotions, please. Let us be as hard as rock. Although sometimes I say, so if what is the teachings of our leader for many years? Does it where has it gone? Sometimes I used to ask, where has it gone in our brains? Why should we be like batteries? Oh, because we don't see our leader, we don't hear from our leader or leaders no more. I never is that how it's supposed to be? Please. This is a very, very wrong mindset. I say very wrong mindset. Yes, we are like that. But let us understand that we should be as hard as rock, as our leader have trained us. Let us not be carried away by propaganda, because when you are not hard, when you are like battery, you can be swayed and carried away by propaganda. You will start asking questions. Just like the story, Bible story, John the Baptist, because of a problem, he start asking, Mona go ask, that man self, is he the person we expecting, or is he another person? Because doubt entered. Let us not be like that, please. Let us always defend what we believe. It doesn't matter. If it is like that, then what of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is isolated for close to 2 years? You know what the zoo want to do him is this. Just like Mazi Austin stated some time ago, that they want to isolate him from the people that give him advice, from the real people. Now they will isolate him and put him, disillusioned. Now they will be bringing Nigerian politicians, Igbo politicians. These are people he will be seeing. People that will be giving him rubbish advice, saturating him with rubbish advice. Outside. Hey, IPOB now. And the siblings are not helping issues. They will go there. All that matters is complain. How the DOS want to carry the whole money. And now they want to do what Omiyomio did before. So let's secure our money at least. Useless things. That is what the Nigerian government wants. That is why they put him there. So that he will not be getting information from the real people. And they believe that they think that maybe in a while he will crack. He will start dishing out wrong, devastating orders. These are intelligent plans, Nigerian intelligence by the British. They say keep him there. There is no more taking phone. Somebody will call him, give him sound advice. Members of the DOS backing him, calling him, telling him issues that supposed to be, giving him more fuel to continue. Now, this politician, Ojo Okalo will go and okay. It's a for nothing. Now, wow. It's people outside. Now, wow. They will be giving him fake news to put him, to put him into depression so that he will crack. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanna atakatelo. His brothers will go. Hey, every time, every week, money. Hey, China Samoru. Hey, now we're go carry the kuro. Hapu I will come on. I lose nine. Hapu Guys, secure go to IPOB one call wash one rubbish. The DSS, they know this is what they want. This is why they kept him there, incommunicado, only seeing mostly wrong set of human beings, negatives, so that at the time he will crack and say, nah, if it is like that, nah, okay, let us see how we can do something. They thought that they will put him into disillusion. They thought that, with all this, surrounding him, visiting him with dead people, giving him nonsense information, they will, maybe for them, they will crack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because he will no more be in tune with reality. what his word of IPOB will be what Kanunta will tell him, what Nenayanya tells him, what Ojos Okalo tells him, what all these Nigerian agents in form of lawyers will tell him. That is the only thing that he will continue hearing. You know, if you are not strong, you continue hearing something, hearing the same thing every day, every week, every month, every year. You say, nah, That is what they want to do, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they don't understand. He is a man in a mission. He is on a mission. There is no way they can crack that man. Therefore, I advise us, please, not to be like a battery, going down always. Going down, unless if they hear the voice of Chinedu, Mazi Chinedu, or China Sanworu, members of the DOS. What of the voice, the messages of our leader? Can you sustain propaganda when the going is tough? You no more have strength, no single strength to go again. No physical strength. Now what matters? You will rely on your willpower, mental strength. Mental strength. So that it doesn't matter what people say, oh boy, no, well, I trust IPOB. I trust IPOB, don't worry. Even if I don't hear from them, even if I don't hear from the leadership, I trust my leadership. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, can you sustain propaganda? It's a $1 million question. Propaganda works. It kills more than guns and bullets. It works wonders. It works wonders in the mindset of people. You understand me? Propaganda is a weapon of mass destruction. You see propaganda. Oh, they say, oh, Yale, DOS have so destroyed. Yale, now wow, you people say from Onabimumu. Do you see propaganda? Look at what propaganda did during NSAS protests in 2020. Propaganda immediately turned comrades against each other. That is the work of propaganda. It's a virus. It's a complete virus. You understand? Without being mentally, a mental diehard. Without mental strength, you can never withstand the propaganda. Do you understand me? Therefore, we must continue. Today I'm going to open the lines after reading some news headlines only. I will open the line so that people will call in to talk, to air their views on current affairs. I urge our people to continue. The struggle for freedom is not something as easy as you might think it. You know, we see what do they talk? Mandela. Today, everybody is singing it or singing him. Have you forgotten what he suffered? Have you forgotten even before going to jail, before being captured? He was hiding from pillar to post, traveling to many countries, hiding. Even he traveled to Biafra land, to Nigeria, to Biafra land. He hid there. After he went back, he went back. He traveled to Kenya. After he went back, they captured him. For 27 good years. Ogan for Nasa. A 27-year-old person can be a billionaire in many countries. Do you understand? Even a 27-year-old person could be a minister. Do you understand? In a country. Do you understand me? But Mandela stayed. Do you think it was an easy job? Do you think it was an easy job? Let me ask you. You are in South Africa today. Oh, in for South. Do you think it's an easy work? If not for the sacrifices of people like Mandela, for many years, you wouldn't be there. That is a reality. You wouldn't be there. Because apartheid will be still working. It will be a white man's land, and you are not going to be welcome. So what am I trying to say? When doing the fight, it is very hard, very tough. But after everything, you see the glory. Remember the glory. The glory. Freedom is not something reversible. What made the Indians and say no? Even if we need to reshuffle ourselves, we need to define India. Even if it means dying, no problem. We die. Now, after those that remain, we live with dignity, with human dignity. Because something must die for something to live. That is the rule of life, this world. Something must die for something to live. For you as a human being to fertilize in your mother's womb, others died. That is it. After all, everybody must die. I say everybody. Every human being must die. That is it. So when the fight is going on, raging, is difficult. But after everything, after the war, there is always glory. Anytime I watch this documentary on the Normandy landing, I used to be filled with emotion. During the Second World War, what the Allied forces, America at the head, what they sacrificed in order to liberate Europe by landing in Normandy. The least place expected by Hitler that they should come from. That was the least expected place, because it was about an open beach of about 600 meters, riddled with obstacles, different types of obstacles, both explosives, any kind of thing. So Hitler said, no, these people can never come from here, or did they want to commit suicide? He was giving order in order to reinforce other sides of France, where they think that it will come, the Allied forces will come from. But the Allied forces, they took the hard way, because the only way is the hard way. Don't give your enemy the impression that you are weak. You go through the hard way. That is the only way, nothing more. And do you know that that same day, within some hours, in that Normandy landing, the start of the liberation of Europe, more than 2,000 soldiers fell. 2,000 American soldiers fell in that beach. It didn't debar them. That's why I say, when the battle is raging tough, it is highly difficult. But remember the glory at last. The war for freedom, fight for freedom. You don't have no comparison. The glory has no comparison because freedom is not something reversible. There is no way in South Africa today you can say, okay, now let's go back to apartheid. It's impossible. Till the world ends, if there will be the end of the world. That is what we are fighting. The Fulani Caliphate, they know that once we get our land, finish. Once we get our land, it's finished. It's irreversible. We restore our land. No more. You know, some Eritreans, some of them are totally unhappy. They say that Ethiopia, being under Ethiopia, retarded them for many, many decades. But that is life. You cannot bring back time. So what am I trying to say? Let us please remove this sentiment or mentality that we are rechargeable batteries. Let us stand still, unshakable. People that are, iron, that we can even sharpen iron. Let it not be that when we listen to we hear the voice of our leader or the leadership of IPOB, hey, we become strong for you. After we start going down. If you are like that, you need to resharpen yourself because you can go with propaganda. Because one time somebody will come and say, now. Now, wow, now, wow, hey. Now, DOS, Hana politicians, now, wow, hey. Now, ask a 20 billion naira. You start unboxing Mazi Jonathan. No, please confirm. No. You are as rechargeable battery as Mazi Anayo said. We shouldn't be like that. We should have the heart of steel. Igwe, stone cold. Just only your silence have spoken volumes to the person, and he will be frustrated and go his way. You understand? Because sometimes some individuals merit only your silence. They don't need your talking blah blah. Only silence. That is how we should be. And that is how IPOB we are trained to be by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he himself there, no matter his deteriorating health, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. It doesn't matter those that are pretending that they are fighting for him, but those that are colluding with politicians in order to make sure that our leader doesn't come out. We know all these things. We know. At the surface, you see them, they think that they want our leader to come out. But inside, they are working very hard to make sure that our leader doesn't come. Because if our leader comes out, they will become irrelevant. Nobody knows them. Nobody will even hear their word again. Many of the atrocities they will commit, it will be revealed. So they will come openly in the open to tell you that our leader is not imprisoned in the mind, this and that. But inside, their actions portraying, they are making sure that this man doesn't come out. No, we know game. Mazi Chinasa nwere o nwere ihe o kwuru the other time. Ọ sị anyị ma ihe a na-arụ. Okwu ahụ o kwuru ọ dị omimi. Na ya wozikwenụ mgbada anyị ma ihe a na-arụ. A na-ekwu ya, some people might not understand. Anyị ma ihe arụ ga. Okwu ahụ is very deep. Onye nwere uche, you think deep, you will try to figure out the meaning. Anyị ma ihe a na-arụ. Anyị ma. So, what everything can we know. In a struggle, in a movement like this, all these things are not unexpected. All these type of happenings are not unexpected. You know, it is something we will see. After all, Thomas Sankara was eating and dining with his lieutenant, one of his closest lieutenants. But now more than hey, revolution, only kushike. Mama no yawa gebu ya. That is how bad the world is. So I my hand Mandiji aha IPOP na ganara go anywhere. I my hand we know. We know. So we must continue. There are these news headlines. And before I go there, as I have announced, the coming up on Friday of Mazi Chinedu on this hallowed platform by 7:30 p.m. on Friday. Interactive session by Mazi Chinedu on Radio Biafra, London, here. Therefore, be part of this program as usual on Friday, the 10th of March, 2023. Another news I will, it says since the last 72 hours, ESN operatives are battling the Fulani headsmen in Enugu. Some of the Fulani headsmen captured revealed that they are operating from Lokbanta. This morning, the Fulani headsmen just reinforced from Lokbanta, and the battle is going on some parts of Enugu. Therefore, ESN is deploying more tactical team into Enugu immediately. Biafrans in Enugu must be alert because the enemies are coming, as most of you are gallivanting around with election fever. Is it not when you are alive that you will talk about election? You need to stay alive first. Don't you? You need to stay alive first before talking about the election. Our people are carried away, always emotional, carried away. They forgot themselves. As we saw what happened, the shenanigans that played out in their so-called selection. You understand? But we must continue. It doesn't matter. We must continue. Therefore, as I said, let me go into reading some news headlines. Some news headlines, some news that made headlines. Okay. Now, I want you to understand the pattern of the caliphate. The Fulani terrorists, their pattern, the way they do, the way they roll. Our leader said the way they roll. the main election or the selection has come and gone. Do you remember that few weeks or months before the election, they calmed down? You understand? They calm down. And today, they are in charge. Because they are working. Caliphate is like a war group. I've been saying this. It's like a war group. American war machine, the aircraft carrier. It's a war group. The aircraft carrier doesn't go alone. It doesn't go alone. It has different other types of machines, ships, subs, or U-boats, torpedo carrying, radar jamming, what do they call that aircraft? Radar jamming aircraft, radar jammers. They work together. That is how the Fulani Caliphate they are. Do you remember Sheikh Gumi said they don't need to vote for any person that will come and kill the bandits? Because the bandits are their warriors. The Fulani terrorists are their warriors. They are warriors in the bush. Have you forgotten? I hope you didn't. I hope you don't forget. I hope you've not forgotten. He mentioned it direct. And now they have solidly implanted through the help of Europe, the West, they have solidly implanted their man for the continuation of the jihad in Nigeria. So they can begin operation. And that is what they are doing. They have started their operation in earnest. And I will read it for you. I will read it for you. Just few. You are gallivanting. Filled with emotion. You don't know that there are very heinous and tedious war group, Fulani war machine and war group on the loose. They are moving on. They have started. Okay, he said terrorists impose 2 million naira fine on Zamfara communities to allow them hold elections, levy polling units, 200,000 each. They make the law. They make the law. You don't see Tucano jets there. You don't see, because they are in solidly. They have now confirmed that they are in charge. So the governorship election, that is rubbish. They are in charge. They are in charge. After all, Okowa have warned you that there will be no more. This is it a church chapel or the Christian chapel? The chapel in Asorok will be closed. Because president is a jihadist, vice president is a jihadist. Now, what do you need the chapel for? Come on, you people are just in a mess. You don't understand. Many of you don't understand the type of mess you are. Now you will understand the type of mess you are in. You were shouting when Eled Buhari was there, no? The Uchaka Warombo, he never starts. Shetima, the staunchy Boko Haram, is there. Okay, and he is the president. They have started. Because they levy, this Saturday governorship election. That one doesn't concern. That one now is regional thing. It doesn't concern. It doesn't matter who wins. They have taken back the center they are being craving for, and there is nothing you can do. So the terrorists, they imposed 2 million naira fine on Zamfara communities to allow them hold elections in a country that's supposed to be, a country that you belong to. I saw some people, they say, the best is to run away. The best is to run away from Nigeria. I say, okay. Which means you are helping them. You are helping the caliphate very fast, because as you are running away, they are taking up positions in your land. Do you understand? You are running away, they are taking up positions in your land. That's it. And that is exactly what Fulani wants you. In Zamfara, they impose law, and they are who will talk, because they are solidly in charge. Sheikh Gumi said these are their warriors, so don't disturb them. They have gotten the center what they wanted, and finish. It doesn't matter who is the governor, who is the senator, that one no concern them again. Terrorists, locally dubbed as bandits, whose activities have recently resumed. Resumed. Do you hear the word resume? Which means they were on break before. In order to allow their people, their men, to just put on the illusion through what they call election. The illusion they call selection in Nigeria. To deceive those that they can deceive. Election fever. Now after the break, because they were on break, now they have resumed. They have resumed. He said, they have resumed in the northwest. Have imposed a total sum of 2 million naira on residents on Yambuki, Kadamusa, and Doda communities under the Zumi local government area of Zamfara state before they can participate in the Saturday's elections. Sahara reporters have learned. Several sources confirmed this on Monday, including a tweet shared by M. Salim, a northern social media influencer, on Monday afternoon. He wrote, bandits have imposed 2 million naira levy each on Yambuki, Kadamus, and that's it. That's it. So they are in charge. They are in charge. What can you do? You cry, you lament. Yeah, Jesus didn't save you. So you have to. He did nothing. What is remaining? Now. Anyway, we are alive. Some others have died, but we are still alive. We are in the land of the living. Praise Jesus. I thought that personally, I'm telling you, due to the fever, disobedient fever, nuisance, something they want, Britain, Katrina Liang just privately created in order to disturb what we are doing. I thought by now that they must have shredded Nigeria into pieces. The obedience in their revolution. I thought by now they would have shredded Nigeria into pieces with revolution. But lo and behold, here no see now bloggers some people cry in a mocking way. In comedians very, very, very stupid, very foolish. People are mocking away their lives, laughing, making comedy, laughing away their lives in Nigeria. That is the only country I've seen. Do you see how many days? I think 10 days now of protests in France for some reform concerning retirement reforms. I think they added some few years for before retirement. And the whole France, both Dick and Harry, they sustained the protests. This is not a revolt, just protests, nationwide protests. These are people with political consciousness, not in that zoo called Nigeria, where everybody have been relegated to looking for what you and your family will eat. Very, very sad indeed. You know, the worst thing that has happened to us as a people is pushing us into selfishness, extreme selfishness. Do people understand what I mean? Extreme selfishness is an agenda in order to make us to be looking for our private and individual survival. That is why you see an Igbo man, he will bike and he will come on Facebook and boast. Because they sentence all things to Ikeketorie. You don't know what is government. The government doesn't know what is you. So you start from childhood suffering. You pay, your parents pay your school fees. They pay through their ass. Sometimes they sell land in order to send us to school. So you don't know anything about government, nothing, no benefit from the government. So when you try, when you do everything, you continue hustling, only you, no government, help, no aid. Sometimes I don't blame our people because you go to because no help, no government to help, and we don't hear the government. Everything is from him personal, from each and every one of us, private, personal. So they sentence us into Ikeketorie. That is why sabotage increases. Anything you can do in order to survive, do. And it was committee champion na social media. Let me ask you, if we are in a good system where you can get your house through mortgage, you are working, you can pay the house for 30 years or even more. It doesn't matter because you are in a good system. Any car you want, you can take it on hire purchase. As long as you're working, you are living your life. Do you think that you are driving a car on hire purchase due to good system? Do you think that you can use it to come out on social media to be boasting? Because any other person can do it. You are not Ikeketorie. You are being helped organizationally by government. So you cannot come out to boast. But our people, as long as they relegated us into their anything you can do to survive. Now when you survive, in order to show that I can survive by myself. Sometimes it is understandable. But it is very bad. It is something, a system we have been relegated into. Some of us don't even understand that you being in a system, all those things that people are boasting about on social media, and they buy, in wherever you are, you see many of our people, because of the good system they are enjoying, you are enjoying all these things without making noise. Because you don't need to make noise. It's a good system. The citizens are enjoying it. So why should you start boasting? Do you see my point? So this is something that Nigeria, the caliphate, have relegated us into. They have relegated us into India Ikeketorie right from birth. And we think it's normal. This is not normal. This is not normal. Even in that zoo, you hustle on your own, you set up your shop, they will come and burn it down. They will destroy it. You will start afresh again. Is it not time we think? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been, making us, puncturing us, pushing us into reasoning, critical thinking. Our situation in that zoo. But many of us don't understand. Many of us don't understand. And I hope by now you should be understanding. So the terrorists have come back. They have resumed. They were on break. Why were they on break? So that they will select, and because they have people, they work together as a work group. Sheikh Gumi, governor of Bauchi State, governor of Zamfara, Matawel, Bauchi, all of them, Ganduje, they will talk to them because they know them very well. They will talk to them because they are warriors. They talk to them, say, look, we need to get the center by hook or by crook. Now after, just be on break because they are their commanders. Do you remember Dr. Obadiah Mailafia? That many Boko Haram commanders are in the high places in Nigeria. Some are governors, some are in Asorok directly. Today, they are direct in the presidency. Direct. What do you think? Even it was confirmed by the military, intelligent agent officer. Is it one EU? That Yoruba man that confirmed, he made many revelations. That Boko Haram, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and the insurgency in insecurity in Nigeria is not a kinetic. It's not using force to fight this. No, you kill the foot soldiers, and the more we come, they recruit more. That the center of gravity is the people sponsoring them. The people in Asorok, they are very powerful. They are above the military chief of defense staff. These people are above them. They are the people that give them command. Do you see it? Today they have resumed. Sahara reporters say they have resumed their work. When you go on break, after you resume, that is what the Fulani terrorists, they call bandits. That is what they do. They resume. They have resumed. So they impose levies, starting from Zamfara. They understand me. Now, Fulani headsmen, when you hear Fulani headsmen, Boko Haram, they are the same. One and the same. Obadiah Lafia, he said they have a sophisticated network. They are one and the same. They are just using different wordings in order to do what? To confuse you. Because they know that as Nigerians, you are confusable. Within small thing, you become confused. Like Mazi said, Biafrans, they are rechargeable battery. Fulani herdsmen regime attacks. All quite regime. In Zamfara, they regime. In Benue, they have regime. Fulani herdsmen regime attacks kill over 50 persons in Benue communities. As Nigeria police dispute casualty figures. The work of the Nigerian police is to bring down the figure. If they say it's 50, they say, no. We don't reach 50 now. More on a fear God now. You don't reach 50. Now, 48. Which kind of 50? This is a country. This is a country that you and I, Britain just created this mess, and we are part of it. Sometimes I'm not saying, why? Why? Anyway, for us to fight and cherish our freedom. Because without fighting like this, without undergoing this, I'm telling you, if we have freedom, if we restore our country without undergoing this type of mess, we will not cherish it. Do you see Israel? Do you see Israel of today? I'm not that country. That is it. Because they had our money. Because they don't want to go back to what they knew what they passed through. So they don't care, they don't laugh. They are always serious. And is there any one person that will come and start messing around in their country? Be you president, be you this and that, they don't care. They don't care. If you mess up, the public will come out and go and draw you from who? I think, was it Shimon Peres that was jailed? One former Israeli prime minister. Which one? They don't care who you are. Because they suffer, they know what they suffered. So you as one individual, you are nothing. If you want to be a president, be a prime minister, be this and that, they don't care. What matters is for the public. Israel as a country. That is because they knew what they suffered. So one person cannot come and hold them hostage. You say you're a politician. Yeah, this is Arena, Nigeria. And the politicians, they will talk, even they will make policies. They don't care about the public. Oh, no Naira note. Supreme Court in Zamfara said old Naira note should be maintained. Appeal court in Osun State said no. Old new notes cannot maintain. Only new notes. In Anambra, the court say no, you cannot continue using old rubbish. And they are using the population now, ping pong. And the people as dead body, they are there. Because they are being amalgamated. In Biafra land, if you venture, say you are a politician, anyway, if Biafra comes, people will be running away from politics. I'm telling you honestly, from public of elected offices. I'm telling you honestly. You know, you see how our people are. We hold you responsible. If you mess up, people will gather immediately. We don't care having, just like in Japan. It may be every 2 months a new prime minister or president will be there. Once he go 1 month, you see that nothing, his policy, nothing can, he resign, but he run away. Maybe in Biafra land, you say a politician, he want to run away, they say you must be there. Before you know, he will just, this guy is one way as a woman. Walaga from White House, Biafra White House. Ana chosi na ke president na ana chokwa ana eme announce onye ọwụna hụrụ president Biafra ya jide ka ọ bịa chịkwa ọ ga-achịkwa ọ ga-abịa achịrịrị. That is the type of country we have to restore. That is why we are sharpening our brains now. You know, holding people responsible, being part of it, being politically conscious. That is the type of country we are. Not a country of dead bodies, zombies. Where everybody, anything goes. Everybody is like a saturated water. As saturated as water. Anything goes. You see, Nigerians, they are counting on these evil agents, foreign agents they call politicians in Nigeria, in order to do it good for them. To come and lead in revolution. To come and do everything for them. Oh! You know, dead bodies. Eh? Cold. In the Nogoro na mortuary say yes. You see them, the people that are looting you, politicians that are looting the country's wealth and showing it on social media with impunity. And people still want them. It is them that will be in forefront in revolution, in doing it right. Yeah, I know that Nigeria has no mekwantarism. Nigeria won't mekwata at all. The only solution is for us to just simply get out, walk away from that evil union, evil, wicked union. I'm telling you. Now the Fulani terrorists, they have resumed. They have resumed work. What is their work? Killing, slaughtering. They have slaughtered over 50 persons in Benue. Less than a week to the governorship and House of Assembly elections on Saturday, March 11th, Fulani herdsmen have invaded 6 communities in the Kwande local government area of Benue State, north central Nigeria, and killed no less than 50 persons. Although the police in Benue State said the casualty figure was not up to 50. Nah, no be up to. Is human being they are counting as numbers. One person is too much enough. But in Nigeria, your life doesn't matter. Your life doesn't matter. Lives don't matter in Nigeria. That is why, you know, they don't respect Nigerians. They call you low lives, animals, because they don't count your lives as anything. Police is saying, no, it's not up to 50, I beg. Me wanna talk through now. This how many people? They are not up to 50. The Fulani headsmen, they have resumed work. What is work? Their job. Destruction of life and properties. Taking over lands of the indigenous population. Because according to Ahmad Bello, that this new nation called Nigeria should be an extension of the estate of their great-grandfather, Ottoman Danfodio. And you are there answering the Nigerian. You know, there's something I hate in our people. As I said, many people, we have been relegated into individualistic or individualism. You see what is happening. Somebody will come. I'm living in the north. I've been living here since how many years? Nothing, no, I'm okay. No person is touching me. I'm living in Lagos. Nothing, no problem for me. Therefore, as no problem, we will live in peace in Nigeria. Nigeria is good for us. Therefore, as you don't have a problem because of one thing or the other, now no other person has problem. Do you see the height of selfishness? That is why Nigerians, they are politicians. As long as they are okay, everybody is okay. Not even only politicians. Unless that thing touches them direct, you see them start shouting. Now, wow, I don't know, say, since I was born, I've been hearing about this kidnapping, Fulani headsmen kidnapping. But I never believed them. But today happened to us. See the bullet holes of now. Wow, we survived though, but they don't carry other people. Thank Jesus, so we have survived. But they carry other people. Look at these cars parking here. All of them, they have mad them inside the bush. I don't know whether they kill them or not. I witnessed some more. As he's talking it, another person is somewhere. He said, is a propaganda beg. Until the day we happen to him. Now he will start, he will start lamenting. That is how sad it is. So the Fulani, the Fulani terrorists, they have started work. They resumed work. I love that word. Resume. They resumed. They went on break in order to make sure that their people, their person is selected by force, by fire, by force. You know, I tell you that they used to go like war group, American aircraft carrier. It's a war group. It's a war group. That is how Fulanis are going. They are going, they have lobbies in respected countries, in Western countries. They have lobbies. They pay money. Money is not the problem. When it comes to, even in different, different communities in Nigeria, indigenous people, they have their stooges, their agents that are respected by their own people. They supply them with money. There's like Dev Omahi, like this Supreme Court governor. Like play. Hope is the governor of Imo State. Impose and is there. What we have been preaching is happening in our eyes. From fourth, he become number one. Impose number one against all odds. And I know I can know on the mind So this Fulani, they move on. They have different tentacles. Multifaceted. When it comes to his religion, they have their people, their agents that are the Jews. They have people that will go and calm people, calm the public. That look, it is the will of God. Don't challenge the will of God. The only thing we must survive. I put one in my timeline, useless. That he said God talk to him. Is that this person is? I say the Fulani. When ferocious set of people, that is how they behave. Let me tell you, politics of survival. You have to go like a war group, not lamentation, lamenting, not lamenting. You understand? Not lamenting always, begging, and calling God to come and help you now. You could not now direct. They help your enemies because they are doing the doing. That's it. So the Fulani terrorists, they have resumed the work because they know that now another 8 years. By that time, but we Biafrans, we are moving on. We are going to restore our country. That is what we are doing. Okay. Now, let me read this. Bring your food. Very funny. Very pathetic. Bring your food to polling units. Wait till your votes are counted. Labour Party urges Nigerian electorates. So, every time I used to write it, we then learn. I don't know, molten, is it molten metal that is used to block the ears of our people, not to understand the reality. So what happened in Ghana, that one has gone. So now they say, bring your food to polling units. Wait till your votes are counted. Labour Party urges Nigerian electorate. So the other one is gone. Done and dusted. Gala. Hey! Very big pity. Very, very big pity. So now, it is now, on Saturday, your vote will count. You stay there. If you, how many thousands of reports? Okay, your vote will be counted, but during uploading, they will simply switch off the internet. What are you going to do? After they will use military, go and surround everybody, take the machine beavers, and upload anything they want. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time? You cannot defend what your vote. You cannot defend what you believe in, and you are still wasting your time. They are Chukwu kere ndị a biko. Asị na onye ihe mere ugboro abụọ ọwụkwa Chukwu kere ya biko. Ndị a ọwụkwa Chukwu kere. Chai! Nigeria is zombie land. I'm telling you honestly. The Labour Party has urged the electorates in the governorships and State House of Assembly elections on Saturday, March 11th, to bring their food to the polling units and be vigilant until their votes are counted and entered by the electoral office. This here is crap. You continue doing the same thing, and be expecting different results. Are you not the most stupid set of human beings? What has Britain created? Sometimes I'm now wonder, can you Britain create here? Because can you turn our people into thinking like this? Nigerians a mentality you cannot understand. The Europeans galvanize themselves when they see that the system they were in was not working. The religion backed up by religion. The kingdoms they were having, it doesn't work for the people. Only the politicians, the kings and queens, they were the people that were on top. They were the people that are the richest, the wealthiest. They have everything. Whenever you want to talk, they use the religion, calm you down, say God, say. But the Europeans look at this and they say, no. We cannot continue like this. These people, wait, our king, does he have one or two heads? They inspect him again. They say, no. King Richards, he have one head like me. When he was born, there were people that are older than him. They say, when he was born, did he come out wearing clothes? They say, no, he come out like any of us. They say, now, why is it that he is divinely instituted in order to mess us up? He is wealthy. His children are wealthy. He can take a kingdom and dash his girlfriend. Just part of his kingdom. As people are living. Now, there's something strange. We cannot continue like that. They came out in a revolution and said no. They tore down all their monarchies. France they chop off the head of their queen and king. You understand? Because they have seen that they cannot be doing the same thing. and expect a different result. But Nigerians in this modern age of technology, 21st century, they are doing the same thing, continue doing the same thing to expect a better result. I mean, a different result. How do you classify those type of human being? How do you classify those type of human being? That's why I call them lower humans. Because they don't have the ability to reason. That is the reality. But Biafrans, we are not part of all this, they are rubbish. That is why we are here to take back what belongs to us. That we cannot continue following to do. Now they say, bring your vote we count this time on Saturday. Don't worry, bring your food, bring clothes, bring blanket, everything. Sleep there with them until they count your vote. Madness, complete madness. We are not part of this type of human beings. These are extraordinary human beings in a negative way. I'm telling you. But we are not part of it. Even let me read this. US hypocritical for congratulating Chinedu implicated in drug trafficking. Plans to make him its stooge. Advocacy group. An advocacy group, Center for Reform and Public Advocacy, has berated the United States government for congratulating Nigerian President-elect Bola Chinedu. Chinedu was declared the winner of this and that rubbish. The group, in a statement signed by the Public Relations Office of Kechukwu Ifeanyi, said that the U.S. government hurriedly congratulated Chinedu. Why wouldn't they congratulate him? Why? Do you think that the America, United States, they want they want your goodness? America, come to our aid. I continue laughing. I say, so when should we understand the world politics? Do you know that before the Cuban Revolution, before 1959, United States was eating and dining, supporting President of Cuba, Batista, praising them in stupidity as usual. Oh, he's a democratic, he's obeying rule of law, but Batista is American stooge. Endemic corruption was in Cuba. Another name for Cuba at that time was corruption. America was there looting, living like Americans in Cuba were living larger than life itself, with eating and dining with the president, to the detriment of the Cuban population. This was what Cuban, Fidel Castro saw and said, no. Why should these foreigners, Americans, be supporting this? And they will be coming hypocritically, be talking about rule of law. Oh, we are the destiny of the world. Okay. They praise mediocrity in foreign land. Something they can never argue in they can never support in their land. But in foreign land, they praise it because they want the people to be like that. Because it is to their benefit. The whole companies, factories, everything there in Cuba was for America. They're taking the whole money out of Cuba. People were suffering. Cubans were suffering immensely. But they were praising Batista. Oh, he's a democratic man. Let me tell you, foreigners will never love you. Will take it to the bank. Foreigners, whether Americans or Europeans, they don't want you to see the light of the day. What matters to them is their own benefit, what they can steal from your land. Nothing more. So all these things they are calling Nigeria democracy is to put somebody that will protect only their interests. They don't care about you. It is only you. If you are human beings, you will behave the way Europeans did in the 16th, 17th to 15th century. Revolution, nothing more. Nothing more. Do you understand me? That is the reality. Fidel Castro rose up and started condemning what is happening or what was happening. How America's darling Batista, how he was impoverishing Cubans every day, but being praised by America. They did it in many other parts of America. Nicaragua. They instituted their stooges. They don't care about the citizens. It is only you, the citizens, that you care for yourself by rising up, nothing more. If you believe the words of foreigners like Americans or Europeans, what they want is only, they want your raw materials, even including you as a human being. Because in Nigeria is the highest supplier of organ, human organ, to them. So why do they want you? Why should they make you, help you to rise? For them to run short of human organs? For them to stop stealing crude oil and gas? Have you asked yourself, have American government talked about the crude oil theft, which directly implicated, Americans, supported by American banks? America tomorrow we are democracy. We are the democracy. This world is a world of exploitation. What they want is for you to run away and come to their land so that they will tell you that they are helping you. You understand? After all, they are helping you. That is it. But you don't know that they are the cause of your problems. They are very quick in congratulating the selected president. Although some of their lawmakers, we are not happy with it. That is truth. Some of them, they say that they publicly say that that thing they did in Nigeria was just symbolic. It's just nothing. It's just rubbish. They said it. But the overall American government, the Fulani have lobby. You know why I like them? A Fulani rich man, he will spend his money lobbying for the interests of the caliphate. Have you forgotten during the time of Goodluck Jonathan? Is it Kunle? What is the name of Alhaji? What is Alhaji Ibi? What is it? The name again? He went to America. He said he went to America. They interviewed him with his own money, making sure, lobbying so that Goodluck Jonathan will be arrested. Can you see any Biafran billionaire using his money, sponsoring for the interests of everybody? Do you see that? Do you see Biafran millionaires or billionaires contributing money, even secretly, to the cause, to our cause? Do you see them? That is the difference. That is why the Fulani are on top. Because they understand what collectivity means. All that matters for us is individual. Oh, I am in my village, I build a 10-story building. I am the only person. So, tie road, I tied my road from my compound, my father's compound, down to 20 kilometers. Put a street light, but every other place is darkness. So you become, you buy chieftaincy title. You can buy a title, but you cannot buy respect. That is the reality. But the Fulani, no. They use that money, go and lobby for their collective interests. Do you remember when Fulani, I think last year or last 2 years, the whole Fulanis of the whole world, they gathered in Abuja for their meeting. Conference, Fulani conference in Abuja. They speak for food. No other ethnicity entered there. Do you know that? Do you know that? If Igbos, Biafrans are there, they will, their phones will be open so that their masters will be hearing live what was being spoken. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? That man, that Fulani man, He uses his money, spending his money lobbying for their own collective interests. They don't care. But our people, what concerns him with you? As he's okay, Nigeria is sweet, everybody is okay. So, what concerns him with lobbying for you? For you, kwe. Very, very sad indeed, honestly. Very, very sad indeed. So, let me U.S. economic professor tackles Nigerian president, the imposter Buhari, for conducting flawed election won by Chinedu amid insecurity. These are individual Americans. Individual Americans. But the government, they know what matters to them is what they can loot and bring to America so that Americans will continue living good life. That is the rule of the world. They say what they want to do is use Tinubu because they know he's a criminal. So they will use blackmail and blackmail him into being serving the American government anyhow they want it. You know, the world is like that. Recruiting agents, you use blackmail, you can use money, you can use ideology. Anything is allowed in this world. Anything, blackmail. On Saturday, last Sunday, there is something one Mazi said. He said, you see, lie is one of the most potent weapons provided by nature to human being. I remarked that word is deep. He said, lie. Is not individual, for collective survival. That is what you call takia. What can you engage in politics without lying? Is it possible? Is it even in the most developed country in the world? It's impossible. Because you have to bring you are not alone. You have to bring people that are against and people for, people with different opinions. You have to be in a place, in a situation whereby you don't provoke any of them. So it's a weapon. You understand? Like in Igbo cosmology, Ekwensu is a trickster. A trickster spirit for negotiation. In negotiations, you dish out, you use that weapon of lying, deception. That is why we cry. Fulani, they are using takia. Why not use your own? Our trickster spirit. Our ancestors used to deploy them. Koga Bruzo convince Wobundia in Hageme first trick. Is it not in the Bible? You say Satan, the serpent was the most the smartest or the trickster. Is it not? Is it not the same serpent? Serpent Kadosi logo that is being used by pharmacies. In pharmacy, in medicines, hospitals. Is it not the same serpent? Can't you think? Can't you? I think the other day, one house spoke about it, which is correct, completely correct. Wanda Marian. Can't you think that sometimes you need that weapon? You need for our collective survival. America, they know that individually they are speaking as individuals, but their individual talk is nonsense, rubbish. Their government have spoken, they have congratulated the selected president. That is trickster, lie. Is in international politics. Lying is part of it. So let us stop shouting. They are using a takia. takia. It's allowed. Use your own. Because it's brain. Something you see that it is, but for the interest, for the overall interest of everybody, somehow. That is where we get it wrong. Because I not treat this direct. So onye kezire asị aha no ọmadi ihe. Chukwu kere asị for our survival. Ọmara ihe. After we start shouting, ndị atakia. They have a takia. No, they will not have. They will come and tell you, say we want to kill you. They will come and say we want to save you. But I say, turn it is killing you. The same way Europe is coming, we come and save you, want to bring democracy to you. It's lie all takia. America, takia. Europe, takia. Caliphate, takia. Now go on, where are you? We shall tell ourselves the truth, yes. But when it comes to political collective issues about our politics, we need to use our brain, number 6, in everything. That is it. I think this is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, but when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start talking. Calling in. Please. Do not go away. I'll be right back.
Friends, are you ready? St. Patrick's Day. Your friends will be there. Celebration day. For Mazi the candle. St. Patrick's Day. Your friends will be there. Celebration day. For Mazi the candle. Oh yes, another St. Patrick's Day celebration is here again.
Biafra community in Ireland, under the leadership of Mazi Kano, hereby invite all Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom
in Ireland and around the world as we join the Irish people worldwide to celebrate the yearly St. Patrick's Day parade in County Cork, Ireland.
Date: Friday, 17th of March, 2023. Time: 12 noon. Venue: Cork City Centre.
Gathering point: Grand Parade near Cork College of Commerce, Cork City Centre.
IPOB Dublin Zone Assembly Point, Red Cow Train Station, off Junction 9, M50/N7 exit. Gathering time: 8 a.m. prompt. Departure time: 9 a.m. prompt. Host: IPOB Cork. For more information, please contact
Cork Coordinator Mazi Ezudo Peter Ewuzie 085-284-2767.
Mazi Lawrence Obuani, Secretary, IPOB Cork 0862-490-080.
Join us live here on Facebook. Mazi Isaiah Oba, IPOB Deputy European Representative 089-264-8931.
Mazi Charles Mba, IPOB Island National Coordinator 085-1434-454. Mazi Kajetan CJ Duru Anyawo, IPOB Dublin Coordinator 089-959-1330. IPOB Dundalk Coordinator Mazi Chinedu Duru 087-275-6267.
Mazi Base Odike, IPOB Galway Coordinator 085-210-9907.
IPOB Limerick Coordinator Mazi Churchill Cosmas 089-960-1378.
IPOB Kerry Coordinator Mazi Ugochukwu Keke Iheme 089-955-8999.
IPOB Waterford Coordinator Mazi Daniel Chukwu 089-962-9126.
IPOB Island National PRO Mazi Charles Ibebugu 0877-463-304.
Come one, come all. Let's keep Biafra alive. Signed, Mazi Stephen Chukwemeka, IPOB Island National Secretary, 085-868-3440.
Freedom for Mazi
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, and today is the 7th day of March 2023. That's about Biafra. Our lines are now opened. You can call in. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller, Mazi Joe. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. You are the first caller.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening.
Ndewo Mazi.
Mazi. Mazi, this your program this evening was as usual spectacular. You were referring to the American war group. The way they move. They learned it from the Indians. The Indians, they used to call them war parties. Everything that they are going to use for war is with them. That was where the American military learned it from them, especially the Navy. You will see the the carrier on top the water with some frigates, and underneath is like 2 or 3 submarines. That's a carrier fleet. That's a fleet. But one thing, Mazi, our people have not really understood that we are in a war situation. War is on, and our people are still clamoring to go and vote again. The first one that happened to them, they did not learn anything. Now they want to carry food and go and die again.
They want to go and sleep. They tell them go and sleep there until they count your vote there. Ndị ara ka ebe echiri pụpụtacha ndị a bikon.
Mazi, sometimes when you are talking, you are calling them dead body. Truly, if I'm watching them on the TV, the way they are talking, the way they are moving, they are all behaving like zombies as if nothing is happening. That they are very okay with what is happening. And we that are in the diaspora, they will be calling us. They are hungry. They are this. Food and bread don't turn 500 naira. It's going to 1,000 naira. And sometimes I used to wonder, these people, the Fulanis use something to tie everybody. Mazi, do you know that there was a time I heard one story that, Abacha, when he was the president, he invited all these marabouts from Mauritania, Senegal, Gambia, and they had, this mice that has long mouth, thousands of them. They tied their mouth and spread them all over. They released all of them to go all over to any direction they want to go. Meaning any part of Nigeria they want to go. This physical realm, behind it there's a spiritual something happening. That is what our people don't understand. And they all believe that it is when they go to Naha Jesus that is not your own. Jesus, that the way he came is debatable. You people are still calling upon him. Okay, if you people are calling on Jesus to come and say, what will the Americans and the British that have the Jesus calling on? Mazi, our people it's like they are inside a drainage. Water is flushing them down, small, so they go to the bottom. Mazi,
Of course.
Let me hang up here, man, so that other people can call you.
We will never stop. We will never stop in making sure, because it is a tedious journey. Reviving dead body is not easy. It's not easy, honestly. It's not easy. But we must continue because if we stop, we are gone. All of us will flush. You understand? So that is why we will never stop. The hardest thing is the hardest thing you can do to human being is to change the way he reasons. That is the hardest thing. Easily somebody when he can make one business, turn out to a millionaire. Very easy. You know, any other thing can be easy, but to change the way somebody reasons, it is not easy. I'm telling you. But we must continue. Honestly speaking, we never stop. Look at the selection that stopped, that past 2 weeks now. What happened? They saw how everything happened. That even I say, okay, gather everything you have to upload it to the center, the base in Abuja. They shut down the internet. That one. Now, even if you stay there, sleep there for your election, for your vote to count. Now, how are you going to stop if they shut down internet? How are you going to revive internet? One person said, in order to show the people that is doing something in his beefers, they shut down internet. They say they shut down everything, but it's uploading as if something is going on. You can uploading offline, which means he's doing nothing, and the people don't know. Caller on direct line, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on direct line. Caller on direct line, you are on air. Can you hear me? Mazi, go on. Go on, please. Mazi, please. I don't know which device you are using. Your voice is not so sharp. Can you hear me? Go on. Call on direct line. Go on, please. Go on. Go on. If you are using an earphone, please remove it. Okay, go on. Please go on. Go on.
I said I'm the one that told you last time.
Okay.
Yeah, that I want to join the group. But I think it's because of all this election issue. That is why I did not respond to me that time.
Okay, Mazi, I don't know. You know,
I sent you a message on WhatsApp.
Okay, can you resend it again? You continue sending, please, until I reply you. I will try to reply you. I will check it.
You reply me that day, but I see
resend me again. You know, there are many things happening. You know, a DSS officer can also call and say, I want to join. You know, this is the yeah. I'm just telling you the fact. You know, because since how many years somebody will call from Biafra land or from the wider zoo that they want to join. It's good. It's good thing. So you have to continue sending me message. You understand? Yes. Send me again, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Let me see who has been here. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi Chinedu.
There we go. Welcome to the program.
My name is Chineke. I'm calling from Arundiswag.
There we go.
Yes, I want to support what one of our brothers said concerning that we are in a state of war. We are really in a state of war in Arundiswag because since about 2 weeks now, some fighter jets have been hovering around Arundiswag and the environs. And I know we are not the only people experiencing this. So we are really in a state of war. We need to get prepared. because things ahead is very, very tough. That's the information I want to drop to Biafrans all over the world. They should know that R&D is up. It's in the war too. Thank you very much, Jonathan Chinedu.
The war. Of course, we are in a state of war. Who doesn't know? If you don't know, mgbe achọrọ isi ga achọ ka ị na onye ara sị you're going to ekwu okwu until achọ isi ya achọ. No, we are not mad people. We know. Unless you are mad. We know. Mazi, I'm joined now by Mazi Isaiah, member of the DOS. Mazi Isaiah, please, can you unmute yourself? Yes, the whole world is hearing you. Go on, please.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening, my brother Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Honestly, thank you for the good work you're doing and for your tenacity, your in-depth research you're always doing and trying to get some information to educate our people. That is what made IPOB different, and we must continue in whatever we are doing to make sure we, stay on the course until this Biafra is restored. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Okwuchukwu Kanu remains our leader. Of course, no one can argue that. And we remain loyal to him. And we're going to continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with him, regardless what the enemies are doing, until Biafra is restored. We are not going to retreat. We are not going to surrender. We are not going to back down in any kind of game that these people are trying to throw at us. We have seen it all. We have seen death. We have seen bullets. We have seen intimidation, humiliation. There is nothing any race or anybody can talk of being bad we have not experienced. Of course, I want to greet our Biafrans and POB family worldwide. My name remains Mazi Isaiah. I reside here in the Republic of Ireland, and I just want to say one or two things regarding what you're saying, Mazi. There's a lot of things I would have loved to contribute here today, but with the time, I will just try to be as brief as I can. Now, looking at the zoo politics and the election that happened recently, we told our people that we are on this case, we're gonna be neutral regarding the experience we had in 2019, because IPOB will learn along while we are agitating. So with whatever we experience, we deploy them this time around just to get our people to understand, to see and judge by themselves. That's why you see the infiltrators, they pay them heavily, arms only, to get our people confused, to see how they can mess the movement up if they can, which they tried. They tried to put it at home on the same day in all the major cities across Biafra land. In Ebonyi, in Enugu, in Anambra, in Abia, in Imo State, And the people who cannot decode what was going on or what these criminals trying to do is to make it look, to give the Fulanis and the Yorubas the credit that in the whole East, some few people come out to vote and some people did not come out to vote due to, according to how they planned it, due to the phantom sit at home that was given, which did not come from the IPOB leadership. And that would have given a huge credit to them if they succeeded in doing that. They would have blamed everything on IPOB, as everyone knows. But somehow our people decided to listen to the leadership, and thanks to our brother Mazi for coming up at the last minute as well to add more volume into the into the press release and some of the things we have already put out there in the public, that the leadership of IPOB and the IPOB are going to be neutral in this fraudulent election. But then there is something that our Nigerians, as we call them, the dead bodies, did not look at. Now, 2 months before this election, the foreign observers came in. And I said it both on the radio and also on a personal broadcast that I did, that this so-called foreign nationals or foreign observers who came 2 months earlier before the election, that this is not a good thing. And simply what this means is that the population of Nigerians, regardless the intellectuals, those who claim that they know it all, the lawyers, the barristers, all of them packed together, what that means is that Nigerians are incapable of taking care of themselves or counting numbers. And this is the biggest insult. The biggest insult. If you're looking at it that the foreign observers is coming to help you in the zoo election, we are not talking about the referendum that has to do with the United Nations, as you know it, because in the Western world here, I have not seen any African foreign observers that comes to Europe or to the West to support or to monitor their own election, regardless how that Western country or the European country seems to be. Now you are talking about Nigerians that is almost how many million, and these people say that they are sending foreign observers. The same foreign observers who knew the death of Buhari, the same Europe knew the death of Buhari. I have said this several times and I continue to say it, that the Nigerian presidential jet parked in Britain for over 120 days closely, while by their own constitutional law that the president cannot be outside the country less than or more than 90 days. But this one stayed over, and that was the time that we were molding the imposter, trying to get the silicon that will look exactly like him. Nigerians did not react. They didn't do much. They continue to run the country with a dead man, with all the revelations and tweets and everything that we put out in the public, and they covered it up. 2019, the same dead Buhari won election, and the Nigerians saw it. The video was viral all over the place, where the same foreign observers wearing their uniform, they were involved in fraudulent counting of the election, trying to rig it. Everybody saw the foreign observers, the same foreign observers were there 2019. They rigged the election. Nigerians did nothing. They make little noise and that was it. Then 2020, the NSAS hit. The same Katrina Lang and his gang group also worked with Tinubu, and they killed our people in Lekki Togate. Nigerians didn't do anything. Now, let me say this. I know that is not what you're preaching today, but let me just say a little bit on this, because it's very, very important. You see, Christianity, I am not mixing words, and I have to say sorry to anybody that will be offended tonight in advance. Mazi, I am a Christian. I was born in a very respectable, family committed Christian parents in Assemblies of God. I am not missing words. So when I'm talking about Christianity, I am once a Christian, and somehow still some help till now. Now, if we don't deal with Christianity in our land, Mazi, we have a long way to go. Now, let me say the reason why I say this. This Christianity and this church, the pastors, contributed to what happens to this 2023 election. Now, let me just say this. Now, the Yoruba pastor, Joshua Ngila, came out just a couple of days before. Listen how they operate. Give the first shot that there will be election and this is how it's going to happen. He mentioned Wike and said Wike will be very, very, very important in this election in the River State. He twisted his prophecy of the past about Nnamdi Kanu. The situation, he gave, how they operate. He twisted it, get it into the minds of people that this is what is going to happen. He fired that shot. that Wike be important, and Wike played that significant role that they wanted. In a broad daylight, he killed INEC officers, shoot at them, went by himself to the polling booth, rigged the election in the whole River State. Now, in the whole Nigeria, the Southeast, even Amnesty International was also involved in the rigging of the election. Amnesty International came out in the open, said that IPOB is planning to disrupt election in the Southeast. And today, Southeast happens to be the most peaceful area they had the election in the whole wider zoo. Do you see how they operate? With the whole thing that is going on. Now, don't forget, Mazi, do not forget that also, when this thing they did is well plotted. Tinubu knows that Buhari is dead. If there is anybody that knows Buhari very well, it's Tinubu. If there is anybody that knows Buhari, in and out, is Tinubu. He knows. He has said it to them, the Fulanis, either that he's an old man, he doesn't have anything to lose. Either you let me go in to be the president, or I'll expose what I know. And how did he do that? First, you see how the Yoruba mega pastors, all of them, they are involved in this. They work together with what they are doing. I'm sorry that I'm mentioning Yorubas today, but we need to say the truth here. We need to lay it bare. Now, the Yoruba pastor, Oyodipo or Ladipo, I don't know which one. I can't remember which one that made the broadcast. Now, the same Tinubu newspaper, Nation newspaper, I have tweeted this before, is the one that brought, after Onyendu made the revelation, he's the one that read out the Tinubu's Nation newspaper about the clear analysis of what happens to Buhari and how Jubril's family is looking to take over Nigeria for 10 good years to run it themselves.
Yes, that they came from Sudan. The family came from Sudan and started blackmailing Nigeria, the Asorok. Yes, I could understand. I could know that video. Yes, you're right. Go.
Now, the reason why I'm touching this area, and I want our people to pay attention, and Nigerians, if they are listening tonight. Now, what that man did was, it's just to make sure that the report about Buhari's death, the Fulani knows that he has it very, very comprehensive. And now the Nation newspaper of Tinubu carried it out. And there's no way with such a heavy report, there's no way Tinubu will not, approve that analysis at his own newspaper industry. Because he want to use it to achieve something. Let the Fulanis know that I know the whole thing that happened here, and you cannot, with this report, you cannot deny me being the president of Nigeria. Now, what he uses newspaper to report it. Now he take the newspaper to the mega pastor. You see how they operate? To the mega pastor to read it out for the congregation to hear it. Do you see how they connect? To make sure that the newspaper reported it, so it will look like he himself is not aware of the report. But before such thing will go into the newspaper of Tinubu sanctioned it. They use it psychologically to strike on the Fulanis, to make sure that this election is well delivered, and the British also are aware of this. That is why Katrina Lang, what happened in NSAS, these are the things to Tinubu's players. And this is what he worked together to make sure that 2023 goes to him. He said that it is his turn. He wasn't meeting words. Now, the whole entire Nigerians, the whole obedient, which, I don't want to say too much about our own brother P2B, but it's very, very sad that our people, will be used to go against our own. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I said it. You cannot have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention when court has already discharged and acquitted him, and then you're talking about the election. that is not gonna work. These people, I'm not saying you will win the election because the youth we are left, Nigerian youth we are left with no other choice. They know Tinubu as a criminal, they know Atiku as a criminal. Atiku has been the vice president before, they know him, they know Tinubu. The only person that look a little bit young and a little bit can be manageable to them, that can also let them use him to come out from the mess they are in already, is P2B. He give them that is the only choice. If they have any other better choice than P2B, Nigerians, I believe, would have chosen that person. But whereby they were not given another choice on who to choose, it was only P2B that fall between that category. That is why it looked like P2B get the whole attention that that was needed. And in a broad daylight, the Western world, who always talk ill about Nigerians, about criminality, about how they are fraudsters and all these things, in a broad daylight, just robbed everybody this mandate. And this is exactly what we want our people to see, that, it won't be tomorrow. You say that IPOB stop their own brother from going in there. It has become very clear to them now. And they need to support Biafra. They need for them to know that you do not have future in Nigeria. It can never happen. It can never happen. If you now, they are talking about some. I saw some advert somebody making about Labour Party going into election, into the next voting and all this. Like everybody is saying, you have not. Everybody's looking how Nigerian presidency, the way they rub it on them. And now the same INEC is talking to you about another election. Why this one, everybody, all the time, people who were killed, the amount of energy people invested to achieve result on this one was that the whole, how many, 70% population of Nigerian youth, their faith were dashed into oblivion. And now they are talking about gubernatorial election. Now look at Lagos, what they are doing to our people in Lagos State. I saw this guy they called Obi Kubana's priest, or the high priest, or whatever, that look like a toad. These are the kind of people. Look at the way they relegated our people. Now they are threatening Igbo people if you don't vote. Now Igbo, you go to the north, they tell Igbos, if you don't vote to my person. You go to Lagos, they said Igbos, if you don't go vote to Shomolu, you will be destroyed in Lagos. Igbos become such, they become, they are not even up to the 5th class citizen in Nigeria. Even in Edo State, in Benin, Edo State, Igbos are being humiliated there, and our politicians are not seeing all this. And we are telling our people, it is time. If this election of 2023 did not teach you any lesson, they need to support Biafra restoration, because if you are in your land, I don't think anybody will threaten to burn down your shop. I don't think anybody will threaten you that because you did not vote, they will come and vote for this person, otherwise they will destroy your house. The same people are the one that is also aiding and abetting the Fulanis from their location, and they have been active now. They were on holidays during this election, meaning that somebody is sponsoring them, meaning that even the killings that has been going on in the whole southeast, it has to do with the politicians. It has to do with the politicians killing our youth in the name of trying to blackmail IPOB. And the same southeast, when IPOB said that we are staying neutral, everything, the whole entire zoo is only the southeast that actually, according to them, according to how they group themselves, it's only the southeast that relatively have a peaceful election. But in a broad daylight, that faith we are dashed. That opportunity that the youth we are looking for, we are dashed. And now you are telling me that Tinubu, who is speaking himself, wearing himself, wearing pampers, sleeping on duty, is the one that will deliver Nigeria. I don't know how we get into this mess we are in. And I hold the pastors, I hold the churches, I hold these people. This guy who claimed that he has the Doom Church in Abuja, that our brother Peter Obi went to his church, the crowd was, the noise was overwhelming. Now he came to the bullying booth and started doing delivering, praying. He didn't bring all his members. He didn't bring all his members. He now came to the bullying booth where he's supposed to be voting. Now he started distracting people who came to vote and start doing a prayer to a woman that wearing, supporting a cast on his neck. Mazi, let me just leave it here. Onya Agwara. I'm gonna go. Thank you very much for giving me the time. Thank you. Keep on the good work.
We must continue. This is the voice of Mazi Isaiah. Caller on. Let me see who has been there. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Unmute yourself, please. Call on WhatsApp.
Can you hear me now?
Mazi, please go on.
Good evening, sir.
There we go.
I also send
no problem. Continue sending. Continue sending. There we Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Because on your bialete, anata ya fine. Or they are late. So continue sending. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? There we go. Welcome to the program. Please go on.
What's up? I want to join the family, so I don't know if you have any contact you can give to me.
Okay. It seems so.
Yeah.
Okay, Beno. Okay.
Yeah, I did. I'm on US, United States, Texas, Houston.
No, wow, okay. Me, send or just text me. You understand?
Yes, I did before calling.
Okay. I cannot read the text now or hear the listen. Afterwards, okay. Afterwards, I'll check it.
Okay then. All right. Thank you so very much.
There we.
All right then.
There we. All because we see actual major. Ọ bakwara uru mgbe onye tetere n'ụwa ụtụtụ ya ma ndị disappointed and obedient ma anyị ga na-eche ekekwe on a serious note. I am joined by Nwada Marian. Can you hear me, Nwada Marian? Welcome to the program.
Mazi, good afternoon, sir. From here, how are you? My name is Marian T. Hyder. I'm calling from United States, from Umunoham, Bitolo local government. All protocols observed. But before I move on, Mazi, I want to thank Mazi Uba that just finished spoken. But I want to lay a charge on him. Mentally, he did expo on me. He took this I script down and began to share them. I'm like, who is this man? How did he get into my script? But anyway, Mazi, I love you though. You did an excellent job. I mean, Mazi Uba. He just stole my script, but I'm going to try to bring it from a different dimension, but it's going to be basically the way I wrote it. So, Mazi, quickly, the first thing I want to talk about is from what you shared with us today. Mental toughness. Where our Mazi Ahmadi has been. What's going on? People coming in giving him false informations is the reason why most likely the reason why they separated him from us. so that they can begin to bring these people that are going to be feeding his mind with foolishness. But man, this is where I'm going to go about it today. Now, the mind of man is the gold mine. The mind of man is a terrible thing to waste. Now, when the colonial masters came, they came with guns and bullets. Change Africa, change us. Slavery, however you want to explain it. When the uproar was too much, they removed the padlocks. But you know what they did? They locked us in the mind. Now, I'm going to be quick because I know I don't have a lot of time. Mazi, locking the minds can play two ways. When the individual who owns the mind lock the mind from inside out, you control what goes in and you control what goes out. That's where Ohamadike is. Let's not be afraid. Ohamadike is the one that has locked up his mind. He has the key because he locked his mind from inside out. So he can only be the one that allows something to go in or come out. Do I make this analogy? Check every prison in the whole world. The prison cells are locked from outside. They are not locked from inside. You know what it tells you? He who locks your door with a padlock from outside controls what goes in and what comes out. That is why the prison, you can never see anybody in any prison cell where it is locked from inside out. It's the outside because they want to control. But Ohamadike, I want to tell us today, I want to encourage all of us that Ohamadike is holding the key of his mind. He has locked it in from inside. It's only what Mazi wants to go in will go in. And it's only what Mazi wants to go out will go out. But let me tell us that every day I think about Mazi being in solitary confinement. My heart bleeds. I weep. I can't imagine it. Even though I stay in a house, voluntarily decide when I want to go out or not. But sometimes I feel frustrated. I feel that I'm in a cage. I want to get out. But to have this man, almost 2 years, in a solitary confinement, somehow he survives. Somehow his mind is still stable. Tells me he's in control of his mind. But I want us to know that as the lawyers, especially our good lawyer, Mazi, before goes in, he lets Mazi to know what we are doing outside. These are the fuel that's sustaining this man's mental capacity. What do I mean? Every time I see Mazi, our lawyer Jofo, he will say, and Mazi is grateful to Ezigbo Chineke. He carries a lot of weight and message to me. What do I mean? Let us understand our behaviors outside, what we are doing now, and what Mazi had before. Our adulation to him, our support for him is what is helping him today to be in there. That's what I mean, that he's holding the key. It's what he wants to be there, to be there. Because that's the only way Mazi can be surviving for these 2 years. Mazi is relishing on our support. All the support we have been hitching to him. Mazi still believes and must believe that we are still with him. That's the only way Mazi is staying there. Let us understand that Mazi, because there's a lot you said, I don't have time, but I'm going to just stay on this mental capacity. Let us understand that we too should not be like the battery you talked about, Mazi, that is recharging. As Mazi is in that place, relish, remembering, playing in his mind, all the broadcasts, the way we supported him, the adulation we gave him, the support we gave him, that's what is sustaining him. We too on outside must remember all the speeches he has made. We must remember and stay on point, stay on the preaching, because that's the only thing that will sustain us. Man, I have a whole lot to do, but I'm not going to send them today. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to go to Asu Rock, then I'm going to leave it there because I wrote a whole lot. You know, now they're saying they're going to remove the chapel in Asu Rock. I have not heard, may not hear any individual or even kind as a body to rise up today to challenge the Asu Rock, why they will remove the chapel or shut it down. Whether there is a Christian pastor of the Christian, whether there's a Christian president or a non-Christian president or a Christian vice president or not, that office should not be shut down. But Mazi, just like I said, Mazi, our Mazi, overtook my script. They will not rise up. But it's among us that we fight each other. It's about symbol. It's about respect. So I am challenging them, Khan, and all the individuals that defend Christianity and Jesus. The time has come. May they rise up. Man, I'm going to leave here. The rest I'm going to bring on Saturday. I have a whole lot, man.
Of course. There were. You said it all. Where would they rise up? If I can rise up, we could have. I'll be on a radio Biafra. Try Emaga Kananya. In the Menka, Jesus. That's it. That is who they are. Hypocrites, they are. Caller on Signal Mazi, thank you for holding on. Now I see you have been there for 30 minutes. Mazi, Ifanyuchuku. There were Mazi. You are an elder. There were. Welcome to the program. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Mazi Ifanyuchuku. Can you hear me? What is happening? Are you Mazi Madabuchi? Sorry. Mazi Madabuchi. Can you hear me? Caller on Signal. Okay. I'm not hearing you. I don't know. You are not talking. Caller, let me go to caller on WhatsApp. Today, how many people have called to say they want to join IPOB? all the come. My gonna check go for now. I'm telling you. Because as I said in my timeline, IPOB, some people think that IPOB is a spare tire. They will consider IPOB if every other thing, their biddings have failed. They will consider IPOB is not a spare tire. But we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good evening.
The Mazi, welcome to the program.
I am Mazi Zekule. Thank you this evening. I do enjoy your program. I enjoy your voice. Very powerful voice indeed. This is program. In fact, I wish our people will rise up from their sleeping slump. Very unfortunate. We are repeating the same mistake of 1966. That is what we are repeating again. We are repeating the same mistake of 1963. We are repeating the same mistake of 1960. 1959. What is wrong? What is happening to us? The Nigeria is about to gather themselves together again to slaughter Igbo the second time. That is what is about to happen. They are about to rally themselves, including those non-Igbos who are shouting obedience. When the time comes, they will join rank with this Yoruba, Hausa, and all to slaughter Igbo once again. Go and write it down. That is what is cooking now. Because of this fellow, this gambler called Obi, because every banker is a gambler. Obi is a gambler. Banking industry is gambling. I don't know if you know this. Anybody that say put money, click this, do that, it's a gambler. So Obi is a gambler. He has now come to gamble with our lives, just like Azikiwe is also a gambler. Remember, he owns ACD Bank. He's also a gambler. He the life deed. And we follow him sheepishly, and we were slaughtered in our media. That didn't even touch him. He came back 1979 to contest the election, leaving his dear friend behind, the man he convinced to join Nigeria independent, the most wisest man ever existed in that entity, who told Britain, this your fraud of 1915 has come to light today.
2 times or 3 times, he told Anthony Ahanahoro, whom Britain was using to raise motion for Nigerian independence. Ahmadu Bello said no. A bank Azikiwe was used to pressurize Ahmadu Bello. At the end of the day, Britain slaughtered Ahmadu Bello because of his insistence of not having anything to do with Nigeria, that he believed in the North. He have come to Northernize the Northerners. For those who are criticizing him of believing in the North, the philosophy said, man, know thyself. First love is your own self. Charity begins at home. Azikiwe, his charity begins at Lagos. Until they failed him in Lagos, he began to come down to the east to come and remove Eyoita and created another serious problem for Ondibo. If care is not taken, Azikiwe has a hand in the jailing of Awolowo. So,
you know, like what you are saying. I used to maintain here. Do you see the problem we are having as Biafrans, as Ndibo? Many things are involved. Our lack of politics or miscalculation, political miscalculation. That is why, you know, you said something the other day, which I made a statement on. That lie, you see, lie is one of the greatest weapons created by God for human use. Lie.
For human use. Thank you.
You said it last time on boom. I started thinking about it. I say yes. But that weapon, our people are using it against ourselves instead of using it in our favor. You know, our people, we don't know how to lie for politics for our own, you know, our own benefit.
Advantage.
For our own advantage, yes. And there's all these things accumulated in what we are suffering today. Do you know if our people knows about politics even? Do you know even 1966 coup, though is orchestrated by Britain? Do you know that these people should have killed even if it is Nnamdi Azikiwe? It doesn't matter. It doesn't do it, but for political purpose, to send a political message that at least equations are balanced. I used to say this. So that no person, Britain, BBC, but we no more identify it as Igbo coup. That is number one. We lack politics. It's affecting our lives till today. Mazi, you are a veteran, but I am telling you, the characters we are portraying, we lack politics. And it's very deadly to us. Well, please, Mazi, go on. Come on, go on.
All right. Now, the same old mistake is playing again. Is playing out. We being manipulated all over and over again by this same Britain, this same evil empire. When we will learn? Do you know that all officers killed 1966 revenge coup was all Christians? All of them have Christian name, including Johnson. His name is Johnson. So they were all baptized. With that attachment of religious sentiment they have in them, they were so foolish enough, they don't even know themselves. They were all used. Now, coming back to the issue of not killing Azikiwe, Britain planned the coup in such a way that they positioned Ifa Ajuna, who is the leader of the coup, in fact, they positioned him to take the coup down the east. But they prevented him from killing his own brother Azikiwe. In fact, he leaked information to Azikiwe. Azikiwe had to escape. He prevented them from not being killed. so that at the end of the day, Britain has upper hand. Because the most important thing for British life as of that time was to create that coup. They masterminded that coup. They did everything, make sure the coup is one-sided. They killed their greatest enemy, the biggest impediment of Britain in that coup was one, Ahmadu Bello. Two, Tafawa Balewa. Remember, all these people, all these two men are all having the Sir in their name. That is, they were all Knight of British Empire. And all of them studied in England. They make sure they kill all of them because they have gotten their interview all along and see that these people does not believe in their own agenda and they have to be eliminated. They eliminated Okotiebo, eliminated every other person that is needed to be leaving the stupid Igbo politicians. Let me not call all of them stupid because I'm what do you call it? Michael Okpara. Mbone Ejike died long time ago. Mbone Ejike died 1958. He died 1958. He died before Mbone died before independence.
But
and it was Azikiwe that caused the death of, it was Azikiwe and Britain that caused the death of Mbone Ejike, because Mbone Ejike was against what Azikiwe was doing, and he warned him several, and Britain looked at him and said, this man, what are you trying to tell us? Look at what are you trying to, and they cornered him and gave him contract to build main market. You see that main market you have in Onitsha? It was given to Mbone Ejike to build. And the contractors was the people that the builders was Israeli company. And he didn't know this, he doesn't know this Israeli company directly. He knows them through the British manipulation. So while he was giving them this contract, there was this charge of 3 pence for every £1 to be given to him. It was a kind of weapon which they use in holding Mbone Ejike and accuse him of taking bribe. And they asked Mbone Ejike, why don't you resign as a government, as a minister of commissioner of what do you call it? Commissioner of works in the old eastern region. Why don't you resign so that this particular problem will go out of you?
You know, Britain is the master of blackmail. You know, they did the same thing to Herbert Macaulay when he won, when he started the 1923 election. He won everything.
Yes.
Britain saw that this man, if they leave him, he's going to champion, is against them. You know, these people, Britain, they are master planners. They will promote you.
They are master plan.
They can promote you in order to deal with you in future. That is the thing. Mazi, go on.
Just like the way they are promoting this fellow, this particular ignorant decadent, or possibly a gambler. Because as far as I'm concerned, that guy is a gambler. I know him inside out. That fellow, I know him inside out. You understand what I'm saying? I will not say how I know him, but I know him inside out. He's a complete fraudster in the highest order. Fraudster in the highest order. They know him very well. They know him also, because Britain doesn't use anybody that is righteous. You know, they know you. They know the crime you committed. They know everything about you, and then they want to use you. So that at the end of the day, when they use you to make create any problem, or be able to use you to get what they want. And if you feel very bad about it, they remind you all your criminal acts. Say, look, we will deal with you. And because before you know it, you succumb to them, and if you do any otherwise, they blackmail you, and then you go off. So what is happening to our people, like you rightly said, inability to understand how politics works. Politics is not something you play with sentiment. It's not something you play with emotional. It's something you have to go with your brain, with your whole heart, because that politics is what controls the life of everybody. Man is a political animal. So you have to get into politics if you must survive in this world. Even we that is fighting for self-determination and freedom of Biafra, it is also politics.
Of course it is.
We have to use every instrument.
It is.
We have to use every instrument possible in this whole life. Both lying, both deceit, everything that will give us Biafra is what we have to apply. And we'll be talking less. We'll be talking less. Lest our enemy read our mind. We'll be talking less. And we have to employ those people who are gifted with the gift of advice. People like, there are so many of them. There are so many of them. You know that when David was running away from his son, Absalom, he ran to exile. The only prayer he was praying there, the only prayer this David was praying is, oh God, please, because he remembered Ahithophel. He said, God,
the advice
please.
of Ahithophel, yes.
He said, please, God, turn the advice of Ahithophel into foolishness. Because he knows Ahithophel very well. He knows him very well. And God did that for him because he was praying seriously. He knows that Ahithophel, in fact, that advice Ahithophel gave to Absalom was the best advice. And God bring another person who is closer to David again to go and counter that advice. As soon as he countered that advice and gave his own advice, and God made them to accept the advice of the second man instead of that of Ahithophel. And when Absalom fell, Ahithophel went and committed suicide. You see? So what I'm trying to say, in this particular struggle, we are completely in this particular, there's no more going back. We are everybody's involved. Because now it is now a matter of life and death. They have seized the whole currency, hijack it. No bank have money now. If you go to get your money to buy a few things, what of those who cannot do transfer? Must you do transfer in everything? Even sometimes the network will fail. The transfer will not even go. They have hijacked all the money. Then ask the same people, the same idiot, the same gullible to come and stand in the line and vote for who? I told my wife, why didn't you die the day you entered vehicle? Why didn't that vehicle fell inside a ditch so that you would die with all the occupants of that vehicle? You went to go and vote. Where did you get money to go and enter into a bus? He said, no. There was a group of people that was going to go and vote. They were area they have their voting box. I said, so you joined them. Why didn't that motor crash somewhere? So all these years I have been telling you that Nigeria is fake. Everything about Nigeria is fake. Harold Smith said that the first election in Nigeria was rigged by Britain in favor of the North. That means Britain sowed the seed of election rigging. And so shall it continue forever and ever as long as Nigeria remains. Anybody telling you that the election will be fair and fair is a foolish and idiot. He doesn't even have brain. That person doesn't have brain at all to reason, especially if you're an adult. You don't even know history. How can an adult not remember anything? What type of adult are you? You see, another thing I am suspecting in our place. Let me point out this thing. There was a time I had the opportunity to travel to Australia. That was 1988, precisely. One thing I came back from Australia is that the remnant of the Aborigines were all drunkards, packed downside the Darwin, where you call Darwin, between side of Indonesia. That is where they are living the most wretched life. You can never believe that these are the indigenous of this particular land. All the drinks they are drinking there is all poisoned. Then all of them become drunkard. For Peter Obi to have come to Igbo land, the only industry he built for us is Hero Beer. When we have, what do you call it? When we have a premier brewery that's supposed to be rehabilitated, he abandoned it and go to where you have a what do you call it? Something cutting mill, general cutting mill beside the head bridge there. Went there and acquire big land and build Hero Beer and use Biafra emblem of sun to put in that beer, attracted our youth, and our youth drank themselves away. That beer has a serious impact in the life of our youth. This is the same Peter Obi that come to tell us that Biafra died 52 years ago. Why this same idiot is using Biafran emblem in a beer he built for us? Go and check Hero beer. This same fool, this same criminal build beer for the youths, and the youths are consuming it. Who knows what they asked him to put in that beer? Because that beer came out immediately the death of Ojukwu. And they came out with Biafra son. And our youth was, they call it Ompa. None of them can remember anything. Our problem is our Igbo politicians. All of them, but none. They are the problem. And they are all selected to do this dirty work against their own people. Why can't he allow Chinedu to become president? Why is he going to court? Why is he trying to become president of Nigeria when he doesn't even have one councillor office? How did he think? How does he think that he can just come from God knows where and just jump into presidential palace? And people believe him. He want to go and vote. Which election? We voted for Abiola. I voted for Sheikh Nnamdi Azikiwe. He did not win. I voted for Abiola. They annoyed it. I voted for Olufaleye. I personally voted for Olufaleye because Obasanjo did not win election. But because he was programmed to stay in that office. Everybody voted for Olufaleye. At the end of the day, when Obasanjo was announced as a winner, Olufaleye want to go to court. His people call him and tell him. In fact, Olufaleye accused Obasanjo of being a member of Ogboni fraternity. That Obasanjo is a grand admiral in Ogboni fraternity. That the constitution of the country forbid that. The Yoruba elders call him. Say, look, leave it. At least he's a Yoruba man. And he forgot about this going to court. And Obasanjo messed up the country. Messed up that country. Obasanjo is one of the instruments that is used in destroying that country. Obasanjo, it was his time kidnapping started. Obasanjo introduced kidnapping. In fact, Obasanjo was the one that raised
Sharia
up.
started from Obasanjo, the Sharia not. People don't understand what Obasanjo did there. They use not
Obasanjo did a lot of people in that country. Obasanjo was the one that raised up that Asian in the creek. It was the boys of his boy. That what you call it, Dokubo. It's Obasanjo boy. He raised him up, used him to checkmate the far north that give him that power. By doing that, now they have become some kind of proliferation of kidnapping. They were started by kidnapping oil workers, foreign oil workers, and they acquired so many weapons. Obasanjo was the one that introduced EFCC, and EFCC was British brainchild, and make sure that in this EFCC nobody will handle it except the Fulanis. Obasanjo rigged election against Peter Obi because it was Obasanjo that sold that ticket of PDP to Esere Noga, and Esere Noga took that particular governorship of Anambra State, and then went to Anambra to locate a man called Ngige. At the end of the day, they strike a deal. Ngige handled the position, but Ngige cannot play according to the game. He met Obasanjo. So go and ask Obasanjo, how much did Peter Obi give to you, including you and Esere Noga, before you people release original result, which Peter Obi used in going to court to go and reclaim his mandate? That was why Peter Obi cannot build anything in Anambra State, because all the money was given in cash, upfront payment, because they said we cannot even wait for anything. We don't even need any commissioner office or commissioner for finance. We need the money cash. He knows where he collected this money. After paying this money, he cannot do anything again. He decided to be balancing that money. That is how he ended 8 years without building anything in Anambra. And PDS come out to tell us to go and vote for Peter Obi. And he messed up himself by insulting the great the people that the 5 or 6 million people, including my rich father, my very rich father, that have farm settlement with 200 people working on it in Calabar, in Itu Calabar. My father had a very big farm settlement. My father died. My sister died. My brother died. I saw my father crying. My father died in 1968. So what I'm trying to say is that we have suffered enough. This time around, only Obi will go to get this Golgotha and die. Anybody that join him to go to this Golgotha, may they die in vain there. Obi is a distractor. Obi is an agent of evil. He knows he will not win the election. He knows it just to use him to stop what we are doing. He knows. Obi did not win the election because election in Nigeria is never free and fair. Britain made it impossible that you must rig election before you can become anything. So how do we expect this time around for him to become for Nigeria to conduct free and fair election? As if he doesn't know. Don't he know history? My brother, I will stop so far because I have a lot in my mind.
I know, Mazi. You are living library, and we shall tap into it. There we
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There we will never be distracted, honestly speaking. What Britain, people don't understand what Britain created in that place they call Nigeria. What Britain created there, something that was rejected in India. They created the same mess, a very big Indian zoo as India. But Indians, they understood, they reshuffled themselves and disagree with Britain totally, and came up as two countries. Now from that two countries, there is Bangladesh, there is Burma, there is other countries there, which is how Nigeria is supposed to be. Follow the route of India. But they have been using all these criminals which they have created in order to make sure that it continues being in a bunch. That people, millions, hundreds of millions of people will be suffering every day. God, Britain, we must undo what they have done. We must undo it. Caller on, let me see, what's up? Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
There we welcome to the program.
Good evening.
There we.
Good evening. I thank my brothers and sisters. I greet you, Biafrans, worldwide. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone. I still remember your humble comrade, Mazi Chinedu, in the whole world. I greet you, Mazi Chinedu, because so you for you when I'm not using any English name to do anything. I greet you. You are an elder. Keep on the good work, because as our leader always saying that we have crossed the Rubicon of no return. Yes, we have crossed the Rubicon, and we owe nobody any apology for the restoration of Biafra, because we are not the creator that created the planet and created everybody and keep them where they are. We are not the creator. We find ourselves where we find ourselves, and we reside there, and we do our things, and our things still remain there. No shaking, nobody can shake it. It's unshakable. Only what they can temper is just the mortals. Yes, our land is sacred, so much sacred, the center of universe. I greet you, all my brothers and sisters that spoke well before. My sister, Miriam, you know, English name I don't use to, but sometimes I pronounce it. But we move on, Mazi. There is what our brother said here, that our people don't know that they are in state of war. They have did our people what they did to us 1967-70, blockade us, put bandits in our farm, and nobody goes to farm. If you go to farm, they will kidnap you. I still remember one of our brother they kidnapped, and he grew up in Lagos. Later, he have married and have children. He now started locating his home. Yes, and he find his home back. So we move on. They have did what they did again to block the banks. Look at our brothers we send message to. But I blame those that come up early to know what we are talking about. I blame those that hijack it. Say that they are doing something I don't know. Pursuing shadow, money that does not exist. Our people depend on it. Just brainwashing themselves more. Look at it now. Bring it to share, nobody to bring it again. Who have it again now? Nobody. All of them are running skelter, checking for money, looking for money, way to get money, the new money to spend. You know? Ohamadike, the great, number one in the whole world, in Nnamdi Kanu. You know, it's only two things we are following on this planet Earth. Good and bad, white and black. You know? So we IPOB is the people that stand on the truth. Anybody that does not been fighting for revert his people, they are the fake ones. Mazi, fake is always there, because if fake is not there, there will be no original. They are fake, all of them. They are fake. But when we are telling them that this time around, that thing that they have been looking for, they have got it in abundance, all of them. They have got it in abundance. None of them will say that they don't have human heart that they preserve, or liver, or blood, or mineral resources, gold and diamond. They have stocked it in abundance, because look at the Queen Elizabeth. She has died and left all those things that she is packing somewhere. She left it and gone forever, because she can never reincarnate. You know, Mazi, I'm giving this message to our people. The land, Biafra land, is the land of Ndiche, the land of the ancient. It got nothing to share with any foreign. It got nothing to share with any foreign. All those people that is following foreign should pack one side, because this time around we will chop them and drink their blood. Confirm. We are not looking anybody face to fight this battle now, because I see one of our brother says that we don't stand in any way at all. The people that is Islam, that they are violent, the people Europeans are fearing them. Then Christians that is weak, if you slap them the other side, you will bring the other side. That is what they give to our people. And they weak our people with this nonsense. If you slap our people in the other side, it will change the other one for you to slap more. That is only what they did. They did to our people. But this time, we will tell them that there is people that those things that all those concoctions they concocted in our land. There is people that thing does not tried. It does not try me, and it does not try my fellow, my men like Nnamdi Kanu and others. They did not get us. They did not get us. We will fight and make sure that we regret ourselves. No, Mazi, I want to give this message to our people. Before slave trade comes to our land, there is where we are doing our things, and there is people that is reading us there, which is the elders and the first son or the father or anybody that hold the staff of Eke Ori Afonpo, Udo Ogugungene Ao, or the one that hold the staff of authority of his kindred. All those people is our teacher. In olden days, the person that hold the staff of authority of his kindred is the person that he is the one that sees to the families of the kindred. Any danger about spirit that come to harm people, he will be the one to send message. This family, so family should come and let us go and do so thing, because so this thing is disturbing now. And they will go through future teller, and future teller will tell them, yes, look at it, it's true. Russia can do this, and they will do everything will be confirmed, stable, back, you know. So
All those people, we are calling on them. We are not joking. We are not in our land. Sending this message to all of you. If you don't know what our people are passing through, you make sure you fasten your seatbelt to buckle up well, because our people are in weakness everywhere they are. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
Of course. That is why we are making sure to remove ourselves from the cobweb, the mess we are in. Caller on winding down towards the end of the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me, please? Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program.
My name is Mazi Fanyi. I'm calling from my location. Mazi, our people have said it all. Mazi, in fact, sometimes I share tears. And what makes me to share tears is because of the ignorance of our people. Our people are dying in ignorance. Our people refuse to see the light. Mazi, as I'm talking to you, do you know that our people are still jumping up and down to do the selection of zoo on Saturday? Mazi, as I'm talking to you, our people are still wallowing in ignorance. Our people forgot everything about how Fulanis are working against our people, using our people to suffer us. Our people, sometimes I ask God, why did you create this kind of people that has no base, that has no direction? But sometimes I still thank God for bringing our leader and the IPOB and the structures to be stand and continue exist up to today. When I look around, when I think everything around, when I remember IPOB and then our leader Mazi and our leadership, Mazi, I will wipe my tear. But let me just say them, our leader, let nothing happen to him. Because we, the new generation of Biafra, under the leadership, we can never allow Fulani to rule us. My father fought the war. My father is still alive. He told me how they suffered during the war. I told my father that you see this coming war, Fulani will know that we must stand and liberate ourselves, whether they like it or not. As I'm talking to you, there's no light, there's no water, but our youth are full of fools, and the illiteracies are disturbing them. They are still jumping up to do the will of Fulani Caliphate. By jumping up, asking people to bring your PVC, that on Saturday you are going to vote. Maz, I don't know who did us this. I don't even know. But I thank God I'm a member of IPOB. I'm a born again. And I'm still preaching to them that there's no road there, that you people will be disappointed. All those people that you people are jumping up and trying to leave one thing or the other that you are doing on Saturday to put there, they can never ask your children, give me one of your children, let me trade them for school. Rather, they will give you a chicken change They will give a sure money or not money. After said and done, they will take Abro and collect it from you. If they eventually buy keke or okada for you, they can never build road for you to make use of it. Mazi Oburu Iberibe ya. Is Iberibe. But I thank God for our leader. There is no problem. We are on the forefront and we can never go back, whether good or bad.
Yeah, well,
Biafra must be restored.
of course.
Mas, may God bless you.
You too.
I sign off from here.
There were.
Good night.
There were.
Good night.
There were. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi.
There were. Mazi, you don't again.
There were watching it. I had to call again. Mazi Chinedu in Abale. In Abale, onye amamife. Attention, Kabiama. Nisi ndị dịka gị, Aza Yoruba, all our DOS and our HOD, they're all the principal officers and do Mutineke all over the world. No people are special people. I remember Mazi Milimalu calling from United Arab Emirates. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu and my fellow Biafrans. After this drama of selection call election of this selection call election in Nigeria in this 2023, after this drama, and our people didn't wake up, our people will never wake up again, because this selection that the zoo called Nigeria did in this 2023 is an open eyes to we Biafrans to know that we Biafrans are not part of Nigeria. We are a slave in Nigeria. We are a slave in Nigeria. And the people knew that he is not going to be the president of Nigeria. Just as our veteran said, he knew they just use him as a distraction for Biafra restoration. They just use him as a distraction. And now that we Biafrans have understand that we did not belong to Nigeria. Now we have understand now that we didn't belong to Nigeria. Why can't we support the only opportunity that we have, the only one opportunity that we have to exist from Nigeria, to be liberated from that evil contraction, to be liberated from that slavery that British put us into. Why can't we Biafrans support this struggle under the leadership of our leader Mazi? Under the HODOS, why can't we support it? Support our freedom. Support our freedom now. Instead of taking your money to Rome or to England or to all these criminal religious leaders, bring this money into IPOB. Support this struggle for our own freedom, because you can see the mess that we find ourselves. You cannot be able now to access your money. British plan this evil contraction called Nigeria very well, that we Biafra will be a slave forever and ever, but it's not going to be happen. It's not going to be happen. So Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, we need to plan ourselves very well to know how to exist from this evil contraction. Understand? We need to plan ourselves very, 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 very well. Understand? If we go now, we are not going to keep the no to Akanon. I'm not going to keep the no to Akanon. We need to have another plan B to exist from this evil contraction called Nigeria. We cannot continue to live with these animals forever and ever. No. There is no hope in that evil contraction. There were Mazi Jonathan. You are doing a great job. There were Mazi.
There were. Caller on signal. I just pick you, Mazi. Can you hear me now, Mazi? Just make it brief.
Yes.
Before, I don't know what happened. I just pick you, but I'm at the verge of closing. Please make it as brief as possible. There we go.
Yeah, thank you very much for picking my call. I was hearing you then, but you were not hearing me. But all the same, we are doing. We are on course. My name is Ifanchukwu Madabuchi, and I'm calling from the Netherlands. IPOB in the Netherlands. This is an announcement, please. The IPOB in the Netherlands invite you to our Eastern Security Network Fund Support Program. We are inviting Biafrans and the lovers of freedom in the Netherlands and whoever can join us on the 18th of March. It will start at 3 p.m. Central European Time. The venue is Charity House, Barmadrev 1239. Charity House, Barmadrev 1239. The postcode is 1103 Tango X-ray Ganzenhoef, Amsterdam. Postcode 1103 TX Ganzenhoef, Amsterdam. You can call +31 68 790 2075. Alternatively, you can call +31 644 849 174. You can call these two numbers for instruction or inquiries. And I just want to say that our people will, we should know that the distraction that have happened was premeditated. Britain planted that premeditation when our brother visited the Downing Street. Having said that, we are Biafrans. Our primordial default mode is Eziokubundo. Truth is life. And everywhere we see injustice, we fight them. That is literal quotation of our leader. We fight injustice anywhere we see them, both whether against us or against another person. And so, I want to tell Biafrans, let's not have issue with Chinedu and his gang. I must tell you that Peter B and his group won Lagos was not by Igbo vote. It was Yoruba people that voted him out of Lagos. So let it not be a quarrel between us, among us and the Yorubas. Let them do whatever they do. Whether Peter B eventually come in there, or whether Chinedu and the terrorists from Borno State goes in there, Shetima, we don't give a hoot. We don't care. It's not our business. We will continue to fight and work for the restoration of independent and sovereign Republic of Biafra. So help us, God. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother. Good night.
There, Mazi, thank you very much. You've said it all. We must continue towards ending this program. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we should be wise. You know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established this radio? First of all, for mental sanitation. To prepare us. Because, you know, when you talk to hardcore IPOB family members, they understand you very well. You want to establish illuminated mindsets. Call it Illuminati or anything you can. That is your problem. They are wordings. So that you can, people that can be politically conscious, to understand that our collectivity as a people is more important than our selfishness. That is the only thing. And that thing is not little, it is very huge. You know, the problem many of us are having is this. Our people don't know, don't understand what government means, the role of government in our lives. It never dawn on them. And who is the government? In a democratic setting, the public, the masses are the backbone, are the people. Power belongs to the people. In a republic, it is only the people that is more powerful than the constitution. I don't know whether you hear me good. The population. You know, every country is run by constitution. Every democratic country. But it is the people that are more powerful than the constitution. Do you understand me? Because the people can rise up tomorrow and do away with even a democratically elected president. Do you understand me? The people can rise up. Elected president. Do you understand me? The people can rise up. If they say, oh, Biafra, come today, oh, Biafra has come. With the mentality, the type of mentality our people have before God and man, the problem we will have, some of us will regret even venturing to restore a country like that. Do you understand? But it is a gradual issue. It's a gradual issue. Education, that is the key. Changing the way we reason. How can you tell people? 2 weeks ago, they saw what PVC, that their PVC is rubbish. Because there are ways of, rigging everything. There are different ways. But all of a sudden, they have forgotten. As our brother said, they are now crying, Saturday, they will vote again and they will sleep there. And they now say, before no money. Because also ihe mere onye ọzọ ka m ga-eji mara ihe. That is the thing. That is the thing. But our people don't learn. Is it? Sometimes I say, is it from the beer our people are drinking? There are certain substances that are there, that are being put there, that mind-bending substances, just like our veteran said. People, indigenous Indians have been religious, drunkards that don't even think about tomorrow. Many parts, but everything is involved. For a country to be great, many things are involved. Both good, the bad, and ugly. For America to be the world superpower, they are swallowing others. It is allowed in the world. It's allowed. If you are a mugu, a foolish people, others will use you, swallow you, and march down on you. Our people in Nigeria have been reduced into horse. You know horse, it moves around, eats the horse hay only. Reduced into horse. You know horse, it moves around, eats the horse hay only. One minute, 5 minutes, one day, the following day in Kahaga, other people in other parts of the zoos, no, that thing didn't concern, no, our side, they come, no problem. But tomorrow we touch him and he'll start shouting. I cannot understand. You know, I used to give this comparison. I used to give this comparison to the Jews of Europe. You know, they were politically unconscious. I mean, the Israelis you are seeing today that Onoman is in there. People that in a small country like that, but they can have the audacity to go and preemptive strike on another country in this 21st century. Yes, I'm Onoman is. How many countries can do that? Do you know why? Because they passed through a lot. They were naive, stupid, and foolish until situations forced them to be suicidal. As they restored their country, they became another thing. You see them, whether they are eating or whether they are swimming or they are ready for war. You understand me? So, because of what happened to them, there was a time the Jews were fooling themselves like we Biafrans, we Igbos, how we are doing now. Then we killed them in Portugal. Other ones, other parts of Europe said, no, it don't concern us here. He's a part, you know, after all, my uncle is a minister here, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So it's a fault of the Jews, of, you know, let them, you start blaming them. You know, no problem, it doesn't here. They will talk it in Portugal for a few days and lives, they will kill the Jews, burn their properties. And after a few days, that one go. In a few months' time, Austria will kill their own Jews. It become like ping pong competition. Who kills most Jews? They kill them. They don't. You know, they are politicians, people that are they are rich men, they are elites. They relax and say, after all, we are good here in Europe. We are good in Germany. After all, we are well connected there. Here, we are Germans, like any other person. We are, French people. We are French. So what was it? Until one catastrophe, general catastrophe, in form of war, Holocaust, came against all Jews of Europe, all. That time there was nothing like I am a minister, I'm a minister, or I have connection, or this. No, all general catastrophe. You see this, the way former Jewish minister in Lisbon was running away for his life. The same way ordinary peasant in Polish Jew was also running. All of them were gathered It doesn't matter, doctor, PhD holder, a billionaire before the war. They gathered them to be wearing the Star of David in concentration camps, to be being slaughtered like worse than chicken. That time they say, okay, he touched all of them at the same time. That was the time they now started looking for solution to their problem. Collective solution. Now it's no more regional. It's no more we people in Kano, we are okay. We are protected. After all, we have SND Bonakano. He is eating and dining with the governor. So anything we will know. I read somebody writing that I have been living here and I built my house in Lagos. I've been living here since whether 12 years, he said, I don't know, or 15 years. I have no problem here, no problem. So you don't have problem there because he's a celebrity. Now everybody is okay. Let us live in peace in Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. That is the mindset they have succeeded in infusing, creating in us Igbo people. No more collectivity. As long as I have a large friend, I am covered. As long as I'm covered, I'm okay. I assume every of my people are okay. So no problem. What is happening? Even if they kill others, say, it's their fault. After all, Agi Ironsi, they warned him, they warned him that, look, there is fire in the mountain. They want to kill all of, slaughter all of us. Agi Ironsi laughed. A whole head of state, general, that should take action. For you to understand when you see ordinary people doing it, doesn't care, I don't care. Komi as Igbo man. Not only all of it is wired. Our people are wired like that. We are now trying to reconnect that wire. Here already Biafra. Again, Ronsi laughed it over. Somebody that is trying to tell him his brother is secret. He brought him to the people that are planning that evil against him and every other Igbo military. I said, what you told me yesterday night in my bedroom. Talk it to everybody. In front of Bello, in front of Haruna, all of them. And Madiebo said, there is nothing he talk. You know that things has fallen apart. Naka Jiwokema. Nah, what are you spreading propaganda? I'm okay, so we are all okay. Nothing meka. That is the mindset of a pure Igbo man. Until that thing will be unleashed. Now, you see everybody start crying. Hey, well, I didn't know. They told me, you see them. You see what they do me in my marketplace in Lagos. You see? But how long have they been? Have you been shouting? No, as he never touched you. No, it doesn't exist. Once he never touched you, it's not true. It doesn't. It's not true. It doesn't exist. That thing they are talking is lie. We must change this mindset. We are zero in politics. Zero, I say zero. That is why I used to call our people we are primitive. People that are not politically conscious. A population that are not political. They are primitive. That is what it means. When you cannot, consider, think, reason, and know, the people, my neighbors, look at how they are behaving. Now, this is how we should behave. Every time, this sheep, a farmer will bring out his sheep. This one will go like this, the other one will go like this. You continue dragging this one will run, they will pursue. No, nothing will be together. That is how we are. That is how we are. It's affecting our lives negatively. As long as this person have a build house, is staying well in the part of Lagos, Maybe have some people, anything, they say, no, you know, you are no more Igbo self. We don't take you as Igbo, so you are okay. But in your presence, they can abuse others, slaughter our people. As long as you're okay, your others doesn't matter to you. This mindset is very bad. I could remember before 2014, when late Buhari, when in Olufalaye farm, Fulani headsmen, when they caused problem and they fought with the Yoruba or people there. Many of them were killed. The Fulani. Buhari, before he become a president, he traveled to Yoruba land and asked Afenife, say, why are you killing my people? But we Igbos, we believe that if you are protecting your people, that you are doing a bad thing. That is why sometimes I say, whether Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Igbo should report herself, or DJ. All Igbos, prominent people, celebrities, politicians, billionaires, it doesn't matter who they are. All, they have one thing in common. Don't ever publicly protect Igbo people, your own brothers. Even come and condemn them. That is what they have in common. They think that protecting or talking in favor of our people in public, it is going to bring very harsh punishment to them by I don't know who. It is very, very sad. Here we sanitize ourselves and sanitize our brains. That what we have gone astray. Let us come back. Nigeria is not for us, honestly speaking. It doesn't matter how you think it. Britain, they brought out this distraction in order to distract us for these few months. But we are wiser. We are not interested in any of their election. We remain neutral. That is it. Biafra is our identity. Biafra is who we are. It's our ideology. It's our religion. We must continue doing what we know best. And we must continue in making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, today being the 7th day of March 2023, it is simply good evening.
Gala na lekwere na mgbagbo Biafra. Biafra baloma, ala